Hi. Wait, no, you're supposed to laugh.
What?
You got to laugh before every live stream. It's really the trick to any adequate live stream. Here's what I've discovered. Here's what I've discovered. One, a good laugh into a live stream is mandatory. Also, secondly, if you're ever going to make an epic video, you have to start with the drone shot, I've discovered.
Okay.
Yeah, drone shots are a
the latter
must.
one for sure.
Dear God, this fire got hot fast.
I was gonna say, man, I'm burning my leg hair off already. I told you this is not a good idea.
Wowie, wow.
It's so hot.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
God.
Let's touch bases. First of all, everybody, let me know how this sounds. I think mine's a little bit hot, but I'm going to bring it down right now. I think we're okay in that regard. Let's take a look at chat and see who we got in here before we really deep dive into this. Hi, everybody. By the way, this is camera 1 right here, and yes, it's absolutely gorgeous. Notice that I put a bike in the background in this one just to try to frame myself a little bit better because Kyle stole the show last time. Because here's Kyle. Gorgeous.
Where?
His shot is still better than mine. I don't want to argue about nothing. All right, here's what we got in chat. You got it over there, Kyle. You can see who's in here. Octodad's here, all the way from Australia, mate. We got Tim Miller's in here. The segment just jumped in.
Aussie.
MTB and Adventure all the way from the Shred Quarters. The Shred Quarters. We may get a live report from him and Brian later tonight. That may be on the docket. We'll see. I'm trying not to get my face melted off at the moment. I'm telling you right now. Yes. Adam Mock is in here, spokesman MTB all the way from Durango. I happen to know that he bought a place in Durango and now he is here hanging out with us live on the second ever Calirado Kid Fireside Chat. And I'm really excited about that, Kyle.
Hey, he said, Octodad says, you're too loud, Kyle too quiet.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
That sounds exactly about right.
That sounds
yeah.
exactly
so
what we anticipated.
Because I have a tendency to yell and I can project my voice really well.
This is what you get.
You guys can keep me updated on all that stuff. In the meantime, we are here. It is another Fireside Chat, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. It's been almost 2 months, since the last live stream. And one, because it got really damn hot outside.
Yeah, you don't say.
No, I did say,
Kyle. It's still hot outside, and it's especially hot outside with the fire right next to us. I mean,
it's not nearly as hot as it was. We got a nice breeze. Don't worry, everything's fine. It's under control. Look, what's going to happen here is it's going to cool down and it's going to feel great. All right, we got S'mores Hour coming up later. I am here to tell you that we have, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to the camera on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you we got some big stuff going on tonight. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, one of which we might actually be able to pull off a live cut-in, a status report from the Shred Quarters, Brian and Aaron's property. We're going to work on that a little bit later and see if we can make it happen, okay? So stay tuned for that, I'm telling you. I also might have a tease from my latest video, my Downeyville video, and I'm here to tell you right now, it's taking longer because I've decided to spend a little bit more time. I got my hands on some new tools, and I might have a teaser for you guys tonight if you want to stick around and check it out. So that's all the stuff that's going on right now. We're going to cover a couple things. We're going to cover some of the Instagram questions that we got leading up to this live stream, and then I'm going to get the brunt of the fire. Don't worry.
I don't know, man. I'm getting some tornado effect here.
It's fine. Yeah, it's under control.
It's got some backspin on it.
But then I've got a couple of topics. You are going to melt that dinosaur, by the way. You might want to move that.
And that's kind of part of the plan. I was going for a second extinction here.
If you guys can't see that, I forgot I got.
Oh boy, yeah, it's toasty.
Kyle was about to just burn the hell out of that little dinosaur right there.
You know, I figured that it's like steel. You know, they've been burned down good one time. They've had time to cool off. Burn them down again to really like harden that steel, so they're a little less prone to.
It's like how you like your coffee when you put a little bit too much cream and you back it
put a little
down,
coffee more back in it. Yeah, more coffee. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So first things first, people are jumping in here. Straight Line MTB's in here. Of course, John. Active Life 2.0 is in here. Great to see you guys. I'll try to catch up on chat in just a moment. Basically, what I want to start with is let's cover the Instagram questions real quick. We'll knock them out, and then we'll go into the topics that we have for tonight's Fireside Chat. Kyle, you want to lead us? I'll lead us off because
you lead us off.
You have less than I do, so it makes sense. We'll cover some of the less serious questions, maybe perhaps.
Okay.
All right. So here's the thing. Basically, Tom Chandler. Well, it's Chandler986 on Instagram, but you can go by Thomas. I rode with him the other day, actually out in Downeyville. And he says, what's proper mustache grooming techniques?
Yeah, you're going to have to take this one. I don't know.
I'm here to tell you, not a damn thing. Other than
max potential.
Yeah, other than sheer willpower to just keep it right here. That's about it. That's all I got.
Step one, let it ride.
Hold on.
Oh,
this.
Okay,
here we go. Wait, by the way, this is the thing here. Yeah.
Is that a camera 3 thing?
Oh, God.
It's got to be
work
camera 3.
All right, go for it, Kyle.
All right, this guy, oh my God, the fire is getting all sorts of gnarly. All right, this guy, I got a bone. I got a bit of a bone to pick, as it were.
Yeah.
In this here circle. This gentleman was a California guy until recently. Bought a house in some other state. We don't care about the other states, so they don't care about us. So. Enlisted trailhead. It's Byron, right?
Byron.
Okay.
His name is Byron.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure I got that right. Anyway.
He's not British or anything. I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
I was thinking Byron Gonzalez. It's like a race car driver. I think, holy shit.
Don't worry, Kyle.
Heat wave. I can't ignore the flame.
I'll keep you alive.
So, anyways, Byron, Enlisted Trailhead says, spray or lotion sunscreen?
I mean, I can give you my take on this.
Do it. Yeah, go ahead.
My take is very, very simple. The spray stuff sucks. It's awful. Okay? Because here's what's happened. You buy a bottle of spray stuff, and then it basically gives you like 3 applications, and then it's gone. And not only are you killing the environment, but you're wasting your wallet at the same time because like you get no use out of that single can. I don't know if you've experienced the same thing.
So I've had some fun experience recently with the spray stuff that I don't really like to use either for some of the reasons. Plus, it just it's not good for the environment and all that jazz. People tend to think that you don't need to rub in the spray sunscreen, but you do.
You do.
And nobody understands that. And you tell them, and then they do it again, and they're like, "Oh, you don't need to rub it in. It's an aerosol. It's a spray." I'm like, "Bro, read the instructions on the back. It says rub it in." Anyway, that's a thing. And if you don't believe me, do it. And if you don't rub it in, you'll see that you have like the most strange sunburns.
I think bottom line is what we discovered is we don't like
Lotion.
things that provide extra steps. We've got enough steps in our life. We don't need more steps.
I do have an alternative still to either of those things, which is just wear like SPF-proof clothing, like thin, long sleeves, which I'm a big fan of for fishing and everything, because especially if you're fishing all day, you have to apply sunscreen several times, whether it's a spray or the lotion, and you're just burning through consumables.
Yeah.
You just wear a long sleeve that's very thin and it like aerates. That's my opinion. I like that.
Steve says your mic is breaking up, so we might need to look at that.
Which mic? Mine?
Yeah. What if you turn the other one on? Oh, God.
Oh, man. They're hardcore about me breaking out.
Oh, yeah, are they? There you go. All right, well, I'm glad chat will let us know.
Well, what do you want me to do about it? You
Switch over to that mic, and if not, I'll switch you over to one of my mics. We'll take care of it one way or another. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, thanks, Steve. Thanks for getting my attention. Much appreciated. You think it's too hot? I don't know if that's it. I don't think he's redlining.
No, I don't think the mic is too hot.
Hold that one down and see if it just turned it on. You don't need an actually lav mic. We're gonna figure this out, guys. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Everything's fine. Everything's under control. While he sorts out his mic issue, I'm gonna read another question from Instagram. This one came from TJH7, and he says 29 versus 27.5. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care. Really, I mean, realistically, there's no better, because people are doing mullets now, right? So you got a 29 in front, 27.5 in back, or whatever the hell it is. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you're on your bike and you're having fun. I think people say that 27.5s are a little bit more nimble. I think other people say that 29ers roll better. I don't know. At the end of the day, ride the bike you like to ride. I just don't know enough about this stuff to like argue the point, I think.
Yeah, so Empty Being Adventure says sounds good now, but I only said like yeah one time. So okay, everybody says I sound good.
Well, I brought your levels down on the other mic too, so that might have been it.
So should I strip this other one down? Is this one still breaking up? Are we still breaking up here, guys?
Okay, so here's
I need to hand one off pretty soon here.
Here's the mic with the cable. You guys talk,
mic
Kyle,
with the cable.
tell me if he's breaking up.
I'm talking. Am I breaking up? Am I breaking up? Bippity boppity boop.
Okay, there you go.
Give you another scoop.
There you go. We'll figure it out. They'll tell us in a second. There's going to be a minor delay. All right,
I'm just going to leave that one on because it's going to get occupied pretty soon.
In the meantime, we'll read another Instagram question. Alex Mendleski, a legend in his own mind, also says, "Why do you hate birds?" Look, this is going to touch on a subject we're going to cover later, all right? It's all about the bird murder that's been happening around me, all right? I haven't been killing the birds, just dead birds have been popping up all over the place around me at this point. So
allegedly, yeah.
I don't really know how to handle this situation, but I just know that it's completely out of control. And so I don't hate birds. They seem to dislike me, or they're trying to send me some sort of message. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, like I'm telling you, it's just been pure bird murder lately on my page.
Yeah, I forgot to crumple this up and throw it in the fire.
Yeah, you got to throw it in the fire.
Going here?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it underneath. I feel like paper and fire is just a bad combination.
It's kind of like a new shtick, you know how Letterman used to throw his cards out at the end, you know, so now we're just throwing our Instagram notes into the fire.
Young for Letterman, but...
Jesus, Kyle.
Okay.
All right.
Where are we on questions? Let's see here. I got one here. This guy is another goober. Not to just talk smack on everyone that's got a question, but this guy, pretty familiar to us, you and I especially. We've been around him a few times.
Okay.
He's got a question about mountain bike racing coverage.
Okay.
Which I immediately thought
Maybe we should
was
have him read this
insurance
question
coverage.
later. Like, let's put this to the
Or
side.
I can't. Okay, I mean, I had jokes. Whatever.
Hey, wait a minute. Which guy are you
good.
talking about? This guy? Hey, jump right in front of here.
I believe it's pronounced bike Som.
Wait,
not some.
Wait, get right in front of it.
Som.
We have another special guest, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be here in a minute. Don't worry, he's eating pizza. Yeah, have him read that question in just a second.
Okay.
Move on to the next one, Kyle.
The next one. This person, I happen to know who it is, so I'm just not gonna. So, how do you manage your time with writing and editing? And my immediate assumption to that is poorly. In a word.
What do you mean poorly?
Poorly. I mean, there's no good way to, frankly. Whatever time you have is just getting consumed one way or another, and it's just never enough.
No, I think you're 100% right.
Yeah.
It's pretty tricky. I mean, like the truth of the matter is, and here's the top secret, all right? I haven't ridden my bike in like 2 weeks, Kyle, because
it's been
I literally haven't had a chance. I've been up there doing builds with Brian.
It's been like 100+ degrees.
Well, that's true also. It kind of limits, like either getting out super early or getting out super late. And I'm going to
Big
tell you guys, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a morning person, all right? I don't like waking up early in the morning. So it's either that or an evening ride, which is probably why I prefer evening rides, which is why you guys see me go on those late night animal discovery tours out near my house. So yeah, all right, Kyle. All right, what do we got our next one? Let's see. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting one. K Scarface says, trail building standards, fun versus function. Now,
yeah, I mean that's a really long answer.
So we'll give a short answer. All right. All right. Here's my short answer, and this is kind of the answer that I give to a lot of things. Is basically like, I'm not skilled in it. Is maybe the answer, but like I don't know enough. I know how to cut in a trail. I know how to, clear it. I'm starting to understand the grading process and some of the science that goes into it. But in terms of like, what does it take to make a trail really good? Those are the things that I don't know a ton of about. And I think that's like what I'm really trying to learn. So I'm excited to learn more about that, which is why like trail building has been so fun. It's like learning a whole new thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's always trying to like make it as fun as you can while being conscious of runout, like watershed and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Like always just try to think about where the water's gonna go while you try to make it as fun as possible, in short.
I don't think I've landed a single one of those notes in the fire, Kyle.
Yeah. I can see that you haven't.
Yeah. All right.
I can see that I haven't either.
You got any more for me?
Just the one, and that's.
Okay, we'll wait for him. All right, I got one more. What's the best lube for 29ers?
I was very confused.
Let me read that again. What's the best lube for 29ers? Oof. I think what he meant to say was tubes, Kyle?
I don't know. Oh, that's what that note was.
Yeah.
Okay,
that was
the answer.
Yeah,
tube?
That's for late night, a little bit later.
Weird.
But yeah.
Okay.
So it turns out he meant tube. What's the best tube for 29ers? No clue. Again, this is the dramatic.
Tubeless.
Yeah, tubeless is really the answer. Going tubeless is the answer. Running no tubes whatsoever. So you can get the tires that are tubeless. You'll be better off that way. Trust me. You just got to manage taking the tire off, putting the solution and all that stuff.
And to answer the lube, just in case, you don't need to lube your bike. You just need to wait until everything breaks and then buy a new bike.
You need to lube certain parts of the bike.
No, you just let it break. Your chain breaks, whatever. Buy a new bike.
We don't got that spokesman MTB kind of money, all right? He's buying places in Durango. He's got vacation houses in Nicaragua. I'm pretty sure.
Nicaragua. Where
I could be wrong about that.
Are made right.
I'm not really sure about that. All right, there you go. Okay, let's see. And I got one final one right now at the moment from KS Massey. So Christy Massey says, trail building days for the BKXC property. You guys want to know about that? That's something we could touch on a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I got ash right in the eyes.
There is so much wind. This fine. Okay.
Oh, it's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea.
I'm not going to just harp you on the fire the whole night.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Now.
It was a great idea. No, so you guys are in luck because later tonight we may be able to do a live cut-in from the shred quarters with BKXC and Aaron from MTV and Adventures.
Super impressive.
But we're going to do that. I know.
Considering the remote location.
The fact that we could get this tech working is pretty impressive. So just stand by for that.
It's almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's coming up later. All right, it's coming up later. In the meantime, we got somebody that just jumped in, and he's going to read his Instagram question because he didn't know he was coming. And I said, get the hell over here. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Bike Some. He's got a mic over there. Can you turn that on for him, Kyle?
It's already on.
All right. You guys know Jay Wood, the legend himself.
Jay Wood.
Yes.
Hey.
There he is. Welcome in, buddy. So
is this my seat where the dinosaur is?
Yeah, actually, it's supposed to be. I guess,
wherever you want.
Oh, right. Billy, I'm dropping things.
Oh, yes.
Wherever I don't get burned.
It's your question thing. I got my little dino here. Just gonna chill.
Okay.
It's a wild one.
So I got a good
Clint.
ash in my mouth on that one. All
Clint's
right,
in
once
the
you put
chat.
that on, then I'll verify you got audio. I'm sure the chat will let us know. And then once that's done, you're going to read that question right there that you submitted on Instagram.
Oh shoot, I'm making all kinds of noise.
That's fine.
You broke it.
Let's see, is it turned on too?
It should be,
Yeah,
yeah.
blue
Yeah.
lights.
There's blue.
Check it.
How's the audio?
Oh, you look good. Yeah, we look good.
How's the audio?
There he is.
Audio.
Dude, I like that shirt. I'm totally bummed I didn't get my shirt, and you know why? Because I was so busy filming that day, I never asked him for my shirt.
Oh my
and by the
gosh.
time it was like all said and
It
done,
was
I never
so
got
dark. When we were done, it was like
I-
impossible getting down Scott's to the campsite. even.
Yeah.
It was-
I almost wore that shirt, and I was like, I just have a feeling Jay's going to wear that shirt, and I should have done it.
I was debating on it because here's what happens. Like basically, if you've got a black shirt, once it gets dark out here, we might not be visible. I don't know. You guys have good backlighting.
That's right.
I put some lights on the bike back here. We're going to see if it works later on. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? It's totally out of control. But in the meantime, you got a question to read, my friend. All right, we got
do.
one final question from Instagram.
All right, yeah, I'm not sure who this person is. They go by the name of Bikesom. It says MTB racing coverage. Why do we only get to see the pros?
We want to see amateur racing.
I just got to say, first of all, it's a false leading question, because frankly, we do get to see the amateurs or the beginners
We do?
just on a different sort of highlight reel later on the fails and bails.
Okay,
Those are the best, really.
that's the truth. Yeah,
but
we do
you
get to see
really
a lot
only
of
need the
those.
consolidated highlights of just falling and wrecking, because that's
Yeah.
what you want to see.
Okay.
You either want to see people do it well or very poorly.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
no in between. In between is boring.
Yeah, I just think there's probably not enough of the people that are racing in the lower categories showing their footage too, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where I come in. I'm not a pro, but I'm going to start showing more racing footage.
See, because none of these guys are crazy enough to carry a camera around on them while they're racing.
Yeah.
And that's the best part is we are, and
Right.
that's almost like the most personal way you could experience this race. Like just having somebody actually document it and like getting their reactions real time. Because with racers, you see them zoom by real quick from the camera, but you're
Yeah.
not seeing their reactions. You're not feeling the downhill section they're doing. It's pretty rad,
You see
man.
the pro go through it, it feels like nothing. It's smooth as butter, and
Yep.
it looks like, oh, anyone can do that.
Yep.
And then you do it yourself, and it's like, well, this is some gnarly stuff. So
Yeah, totally. And it's funny because like racing stuff isn't super, like professional racing stuff isn't super interesting to me, but watching what we're all doing and seeing some of the guys and seeing them document it and talk about their stories behind how they got there, that's interesting. Like
it is. Yeah, it's intriguing. It lets you know if it's possible for you yourself because you can relate.
Yep. And like Semi Sendy, he's really good about he does really good videos with him and like his girlfriend, and they enter into races and they cover the whole story too, where it's like, this is why we're here, this is what happened, this is all this stuff. So that's kind of a little bit more fun than like, just seeing some sponsor logos and calling it a day, I guess. I don't
Right.
know. What do I know?
Yeah.
What do you know?
Not a damn thing. All right, here we go. We're catching
Any
up with chat.
commentary going on here? Let's see.
I know. Yeah, you guys can check out
Just
chat if you
audio.
want. There's a couple topics that I want to dive into tonight because we've kind of cleared out the Instagram chats, and we'll jump into what we're doing. So basically, one of the things I want to talk about, and I had mentioned tonight that I have a rant to go on, and you guys can kind of chime in on this, all right? But I think that's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Everything's under control. One of the rants I wanted to talk about was like, okay, here's my story, all right? So we went out to go kayaking / whatever the other day. I was going to say / whatever, but it's not / whatever. We went kayaking with the kids and the family. And we get to the dock, and the dock's just completely slam-packed with people. You know what they're doing? They're not kayaking. They're not fishing. You know what they're all doing? They're pump-up little paddle boards, all
God
right?
dang paddle boarders.
Those damn paddle boarders. So these guys are basically out here. You got these pump-up paddle boarders, and 80% of the people that are at this dock are these pump-up paddle boarders. And I think, what are pump-up paddle boards? In general, they're like pretty cheap, pretty affordable, pretty easy to get out, easy to transport.
Right.
The easier, here's what I've discovered, and here's the lesson of the day. The easier something is to do, the more likely it is to just like be completely slam-packed full of people and
Wow.
ruin for all of us.
Oh, yeah.
So it got me to thinking, here's the next step in this thought process as I'm driving along this following day, is that maybe it's a good thing that mountain bikes are like $7,000 to $8,000 or whatever the
Expensive
hell
as
they
hell,
are,
yeah.
expensive as hell. Because if they were $200 a piece, we would never be able to ride a trail. It'd be so packed,
Well,
right? So
you know,
you think about that. Just think about it.
With
Sit-
that,
you know.
Yeah, but you mean you don't see Walmart bikes at trailheads. I mean, technically you can get a mountain bike and go ride the trails, and it's gonna suck. You'll be humbled and turn around pretty quickly, but I mean, it can be done.
But I guess I mean like a capable bike, right? Like a Walmart bike's not capable.
But they don't know that. My dad still has a Walmart bike and thinks that it's sufficient, not for trails or anything it just sits in the garage, but for some reason he won't buy a decent bike.
It's a solid point.
Yeah, I think Seth is kind of, or many of these guys have kind of debunked taking one out. It goes a long way.
With
Yeah.
Shane's
And
video.
well, it goes a very short distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breaking the seats, breaking the whatever else. The brakes don't work, whatever. But
Right.
yeah, they're decently capable, but not like super capable. Like I have discovered the trick is if you want to like get 1 million views, you just make a Walmart bike video or something.
Sure.
Well, maybe not 1 million.
Thing about Walmart bikes is the only things that break shouldn't.
Wait, what?
The only things that break shouldn't.
It sounds like you're talking about old
So the
people.
things that should break, aka brakes, don't.
I see
Everything else
I see it now.
does break.
It all came into focus. All at one time, it all came
It's
into
a little
focus.
too intellectual for the Joe Mutton.
The only thing that should break doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm certainly
It's
not known for
it's
my
okay.
brilliance.
You'll get it later.
Yeah.
You'll use it on someone else. It'll be
I'll
good.
make an Instagram clip, and then I'll act like I thought of it or something. You know, that's really the trick. First of all, we got to cover a couple
Totally.
donations because I did miss one. So let me cover this. First of all,
Hopefully
Charlie
it'll
Hicks just jumped in and donated $9.99. Thank you, sir. He says you guys are on fire tonight. I'm sorry. Next to the fire, yes, we also will be on fire. That fire almost burned up that little dinosaur that we had going on over here earlier. And then there was one that I missed earlier that I want to make sure I cover. It was from Trail Monster who donated $5, man. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That is huge. If you guys haven't slammed the like button, supposedly there's an algorithm of some sorts, but who the hell knows how it works? No clue whatsoever. In the meantime, now that Jay is here, and by the way, if you guys are here, thanks for jumping in. I'm telling you right now, we do have well, if it works, we have a live cut-in from the Shred Quarters with BKXC a little bit later with Aaron from MTB and Adventures. That's going to come up shortly. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk to Jay a little bit about racing because we had talked about it. I'm looking at the camera. I should just be looking at Jay. It's total showmanship. But because you have been doing these enduro series, like I'm curious about like the experience of them. It seems rad because you got there in camp and everything, and it seems like super fun.
Yeah, it's pretty different. I mean, it started with X-Checker, and that wasn't a CES race, but it was just organized by Nathan Powell and some other volunteers as well. But you go from a timing system that's strictly just person logging in your number plate and then you finishing at the bottom to having these chips on you. And they do all the work for you. You just plug it in as soon as you start the run, you finish the run, you hear it beeping, and you know you completed your stage. So it's pretty cool to see, like, you know, how far racing's come.
Yeah.
And then just in general, getting to camp there and having the whole experience, meeting the pros, like being with the amateurs, like everybody all together in the same place. It's pretty awesome because, yeah, I've always loved racing, and yeah, it's just kind of fun to throw yourself out there and see what you can do.
Dude, I think it's super cool, and it seems like there's a lot of camaraderie that goes along with it. It seems like there's probably like several people that are kind of already like always on the circuit, I'm guessing, that you run into?
They definitely, you can tell the guys that have done the trails time and time again because they're at the top. But then like myself, I just went out to China Peak just to see if I could even handle the place. And it was way gnarlier than any of the videos that I had seen.
Yeah.
I think there was maybe a video of some kid on a hardtail, and then obviously Trail Peak.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Yep.
This kid on a hardtail makes the place look like, okay, you know, if he's doing it on a hardtail, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can handle this. And you go out there and you see nothing but boulders and just steep terrain. Like, just imagine Carpiel or Dogbone at North Star, if you've been there. And then it's just, you know, it's like that the whole time. You don't get a break. And traction was tough. There was fires up there, so the dirt was very loose and just unpredictable. It's not stuff that I'm used to riding, like what we ride around Skyline or around Rockville or wherever we go typically. It's just crazy different.
And you get a chance to at least do a practice run on races, right? Have you ever raced, Kyle?
So yeah, you get to do practice runs.
Okay,
That's
okay.
nice. The thing with the practice run is it's the day before the race.
Okay.
So you're practicing what you're going to be racing, basically blind.
Yeah.
So you get one run on maybe each of the stages if you have the energy to do it, and then you got to go out and race it. So whatever you're doing, you got to kind of be conservative because you have to see the lines, and then you don't want to just go through them at race pace.
Yep.
Because you're going to tire yourself out, and then you got to race it the next day. So
But
you
you
got to
gotta
save
go
the
fast
energy.
enough because otherwise everything you hit is going to be different when you hit it at
Oh,
twice the
well, that's the
speed.
thing too, is whenever you practice, the lines that you get to
So
see in the
if you're going
race
faster
are
through
completely
like a drop,
different.
you
Yeah,
know,
there's
in your
holes
practice.
where there shouldn't be holes.
Yeah,
There's just ruts where there weren't ruts before. So
because I think you showed me a clip basically of like the practice run. You took this line, you're like, oh, that was pretty good, and then the race day you took a totally different line.
Yeah.
It totally hosed you.
I sat down the whole way. Like basically, it scared the bejesus out of me,
Yeah.
and like it looked like a completely different line, and there's chainsaws going, so you have a race atmosphere, and it's completely different than practice.
Wow.
So what you think you can do in practice isn't always what it's going to be like in the race.
Yeah. Have you raced at all, Kyle?
Yeah, I've raced a couple times in Junction. The last one being when I shattered my clavicle, which was actually qualifying for the Grand Enduro in Junction, which is a whole frustrating thing, and I feel like I've talked about it too many times. But the gist that I learned that day was if you're going to qualify as an amateur that's really not trying to be competitive, first of all, you don't have to. At least in that case, you didn't have to. Thought about not doing it.
Yeah.
If you're going to, just go at the speed that you're normally going at.
Yeah.
I was thinking I'm just going to qualify at a casual pace because I don't really care how I place, but that's a chance to ride one of my favorite trails. And that actually was what hurt me. I should have ridden it as hard as I normally ride it because I was kind of holding back. And when you're sending like 6-8 foot drops and you're holding back,
Yep.
it's not good.
Yeah.
So I ended up kind of tense on a drop that always freaked me out, but I normally hit it fast enough that it compensates for any.
Yeah, if you're going to practice it, you kind of have to do it the way you're going to do it in the
You gotta do it the way you're
race.
gonna.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's going to feel different. Your speed's going to be off.
Yeah, and if you
and
hesitate
you
like
may
I
not be
did,
able to
you
complete
just
the
get a
feature.
blown
Yeah.
out clavicle.
You know, it's interesting. You bring up a good point because it's like when you talk about the idea that like, all right, well, if you scale back your skill level because you're timid and trying to be safe, it's dangerous, right? But if you push too hard, it's also dangerous. You've got to find that happy medium where it's like, oh, if you're timid, oh, that little rock roll that you would have done, you crash on it, right? If you go too fast, you send it too hard, you overshoot, boom, you could crash there too. But once you're riding at your level, your ability, and you're comfortable with it, that's where you find that sweet spot.
Being careful can get you hurt because honestly, most of the time, if I'm just riding like pissing into the wind, like however, like I'm just gonna let my riding kind of do its thing, like kind of be more instinctual, it always works out better.
Yeah.
Even when I do something super duper sketchy and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how I made it. So I learned this on a dirt bike too. Sometimes you just gotta kind of let it ride, just kind of like be a little loose, let things happen, and they usually work themselves out because your momentum and everything. But yeah, when you're trying to hold back, you're more tense and you get hurt.
Speaking of which, I'm going to cover a couple donations and we're going to continue this topic because I got an interesting race coming up and you guys are probably aware of it. C-Lock donated $20. C-Lock, thank you, man. No message. If you got a message, type it down below, huh?
That's Clint. That's Robert's buddy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, thanks a lot, man. Much appreciated. That's going to go towards firewood and whiskey because we do have some whiskey. We got some good drinks. And then MTB Rad Dad donated $1.99. Thank you, sir. Rad Dad recently came out with a shirt and I'm jealous because I don't have any merch and he does. And he's got a pretty rad shirt from his pinky protrusion or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. He twisted his pinky.
Why don't you have any merch?
Making cakes or something. I
How
don't
do
know
you
what he did.
still not have any merch, Mr. Showman?
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
In the last stream, which was you said 2 months ago, you were talking about merch ideas. What happened? You had months.
I got some ideas.
Ideas, but
it's in the works, Kyle.
Get it.
It just doesn't happen. I know.
Get it
I
done.
know. I've got top people working on it, Kyle. I've got top people.
You tell me that
it's top
I have
secret.
all these excuses.
It's top secret. I know. Trust me. It is in the works. It really is in the works.
Top
all right.
secret.
And then, so we got
AKA
those
not
donations.
happening.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for jumping in here. Let me know if I miss any questions in chat, by the way. I try to keep up as much as I can. Okay, so we're talking about the idea of races. Now, I've never done a traditional race, but if you guys saw, basically BKXC is about to do this Mare Island race again.
Oh, really? It is.
Which, are you familiar with that one?
Well, I saw just the clips that he had of it, and that looks bonkers.
Dude, it is super cool. So the idea of a traditional race, like, it's starting to look funner to me, by the way. Seeing the enduro stuff, it does look pretty fun. Like, if I'm just riding at my level and just doing it, it seems like a really cool experience to meet new people and all that stuff. But this Mare Island one that Brian's organizing, we're talking about organizing a team or two, is they're racing through buildings, they're racing through water, they set up all this weird obstacle course, and it's like a super cool. And I think most of the fundraising goes towards like a local high school or something.
Oh, cool.
So it looks super rad, and we're talking about the idea of possibly like I might do a live stream or something out there and try to work some stuff out. But
that'd be cool just to cover it too.
Yeah. Because it's like, to me, the bonker stuff looks super interesting. So I think it's on September 26th. Brian posted about it, but like that has me like really excited.
September, okay.
It looks super fun, like just bonkers, right? Like this is like, let's go have some fun. Like if you got, here's my other idea. Like we talk about this, like this bonkers event. The idea of like doing mountain bike, like events that are a little bit different than normal mountain bike events. For example, like mountain bike tag. or right, where you go into like a big complex, like not like a mall or something, but like some of them were big, and you guys all hop on your bikes and you basically play tag on the bikes. Like I think it'd be super fun. I did it with my kids once over here. We rode over to the school and we ended up like having a blast. Like I was like, dude, this is kind of fun with grown-ups, like with all GoPros and like drone footage and just like we're all just hauling ass through like a bunch of old warehouses
I'm
and stuff.
100% buying into this.
I'm
As
seeing
I'm picturing
like
it,
hardcore mountain bike polo right now.
People taking it way too
Yeah.
seriously. My favorite. Yeah, I did that with automobiles one time. Car tag, we called it, and in the rice paddies out yonder, west of Roseville.
Did you say out yonder?
Out yonder.
Yeah.
Out that way, there in the west.
Yeah.
And actually southwest of here. And yeah, ended up with a whole lot of front end damage on my hand-me-down
Oh
pickup.
no.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when your buddy that you're chasing did a mod to turn off his brake lights for stealth.
Oh, okay, nice.
And yeah, still had those on when he almost drove straight into a 15-foot ditch. And so I ran into the back of him. And luckily we did not go into the ditch, but I wasn't really stoked on the front end damage.
Yep.
Anyway, it's a thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that can translate to mountain bike tag. Because people would
It
definitely
reminds me of
break
those video
things.
games where you're like playing soccer with the monster trucks.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, we're getting way off.
No, that's fine. We'll
That's
bring it all
almost
back. Don't
another
worry.
idea. Like get a big like blown up ball and play like soccer with mountain bike. Oh, I feel like people are gonna.
Tim
get
Miller,
hurt.
by the way,
so bad.
Tim Miller just asked whether or not we're gonna have s'mores tonight, and the answer to your question, Tim, is
Oh my God.
of course we are. Yes. So yeah, we got s'mores lined up for later tonight.
Are there
Once
bananas
it
in
gets
there?
dark out here, yeah. But Jay's gonna have the
Yeah?
hardest time with it because he's got a luxurious beard, and I don't for some reason. You guys know the reason why.
Old Bry guy's in the chat. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, BKXC is in here. What's up, man? All right, so that might signal, ladies and gentlemen.
Live from the what do we call it? Shred quarters.
Yeah.
Shred
Okay.
quarters.
So we have been teasing this kind of all night, and now that it looks like Brian's ready. I'm getting word from the top of my production facility out in this direction. God, the smoke's right in here. But basically, I'm getting word that we are ready. So we have tested the tech. I think the technology is going to work here. So
Unbelievable tech.
it's actually pretty crazy. Jay hasn't seen it yet, but he's going to be impressed. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump over live to the shred quarters, and we're going to get a report, and I hope they're ready.
Wait, are they on paddleboards?
No, they're not on paddleboard.
Okay.
But hopefully they're ready. We're going to go live to the shred quarters right now and get a report live from Brian and Aaron's property. I hope you guys are ready for it. Let's go. They're getting set up. Hopefully they're ready. I don't know. I'm just going to throw it to
They're
them.
out
Let's
working
go.
on
Let's go.
mountain bike trails
It'll be
right now,
fine.
I
Let's see
think,
how it
right?
goes. All right, let's throw it to them now.
Oh gosh, I was working out on the trail. Who was the last guy that was working on it?
Oh my God, Joe probably screwed it all up, huh? He's up, he's down.
Like, bike's turning like this way, then back this way. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know. We're gonna
okay.
have to like redo the whole
Yeah,
deal.
we could fill it in, I guess, or plant some trees and.
I don't know. Maybe a complete reroute. It's pretty bad.
And we'll get there. It's a.
I don't know. what these things-
Oh, we're live. We were live the whole time. Oh.
Oops.
Okay, well, I don't think the tech quite worked the way that we want.
So they didn't.
for
The timing didn't line up.
Yeah, I don't think they were ready. I don't think they were ready.
It sounded like you didn't do a very good job on the trails there, Joe.
They probably don't have that good a service out there. in
Yeah,
the
it's got to
woods.
be like
Yeah.
a service thing that will.
It's just
Well,
technical
maybe
difficulties.
maybe we'll rejoin them some
okay.
other time. Anyways, but let's get back on track. Thanks for the live report, guys. Fireside Chat.
Fireside Chat.
We're back to the Fireside
Back
Chat,
in
guys.
business.
Yeah, everything's back on track. Don't worry, the shred
Back
quarters
on track.
it's going fine. Everything's fine over there. Everything's under control. Those
Everything's
guys
under control.
they got a handle on it. Don't worry. All right, so we're going to cover a couple other topics tonight, obviously, and one of the ones, and we talk about being off topic. This is definitely going to be off topic here, but I know Kyle wants to chime in on this, and Jay, you can probably chime in on this too. This is not mountain bike related, so please, ladies and gentlemen, stay with me here. I actually enjoy it when TV shows release on a weekly basis as opposed to dumping the whole show at one time.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be stuck in the 90s too. But, you know, I just have to beg to differ. I like knowing that the whole show is there for me when I want to allocate the time. If I have 6 hours in a day where I want to veg out and binge through, that's what I want to do.
That's a tough topic.
You know,
It is a tough topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty controversial, frankly. But
It really is.
most people that aren't, you know, in their 40s or up are into the binge watching. So I mean, I think that's.
I feel like it's kind of like a live thing.
Yeah.
Like when you watch it come out every week, you feel like you're up to date with everybody at once. Like what was it, Loki or something on Disney Plus.
Yep.
It's just
Are they releasing that weekly?
every week. Yeah, on Wednesday they've been doing a new like video, and I think the season finale just came out.
Yeah.
But it's cool to have like a feeling of like you're live, you're in the moment, and each week something's gonna happen that you don't know what's going on. Versus if you have to catch up on the full season, it's like, oh, it's a whole movie waiting for me, you know, and everyone's already seen it.
See, I totally agree with that. To me, like when a show releases weekly, and again, I know we're gonna get back to mountain biking. Don't worry, everybody. Don't worry. But when it releases weekly, you have that experience. You're like, all right, well, the show came out, and we can all go talk about it. We can talk about that episode. Everybody's like, dude, that was rad. What do you think's gonna happen next week? You can speculate. You can do all this stuff. When a whole season drops, it's like the one guy at work binges it. And then the other, nobody else does. And so that one guy's like, wait till you see it. It's going to be so good. You know what I mean? You got that one guy. So you're not on the same page. But if it's one episode a week, that's consumable, even for busy people like you and I, Jay. I mean, Kyle's not very busy because he's not making videos, you know?
Yeah, no, not busy at all. Don't have a day job or escrow on a house.
Or a wife or any of that stuff.
anything.
He's not busy at all.
No.
But you know what I'm talking about. Like, I think it's an additional experience. Like to me, like I was actually looking forward to the finale of Loki. Like I don't know, like
I have
just
not
sitting
even
down. It's
started
only
that.
45 minutes or something, so it's like I can consume it. I can get on with my day.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna binge watch Loki after it's all completely out.
Well, you can go ahead and do that right now.
Is it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shows how much I pay attention. I have been trying not to watch too much of the television.
Yeah.
Trying to get out and have life things go on. It's a conscious effort this day and age. But what are you gonna do?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I
Get
hear
out and volunteer instead of watch TV. That's cool too. I mean,
Yep.
that's always good. That's good stuff.
So we can talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on in the shred quarters also. We're not going to cover too much ground on that because Brian
The
and
top
Aaron-
secret.
Yeah, where is that thing?
Yeah, it's definitely not. Oh, you're talking about the shred over here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, the,
okay, so I wish I could show it tonight, but it would require me moving some cameras
Yeah.
around, which is a sheer nightmare.
Another
But-
time.
I know, but I think it'd be rad. Like, so basically, the studio shed's coming along, and that was really interesting because the studio shed, the actual company, they're based out of Colorado, which I found out a little while after I ordered. And so once I basically reached out to them on Instagram and sent them the video, I was like, hey, I think like this is pretty cool. I'm just like stoked on the product. Here's what I put out. And one of their heads of social media reached back out to me, and she's like, this is really cool. So they shared it around the office, basically. And then they ended up they shared it on their social media, and then they sent it out on their company-wide newsletter, basically, and sent it out. And so they dug that. And I started talking to her a little bit more. I found out that the owners of this company, Studio Shed, the studio I'm building back here, they're pro mountain bikers.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is nowadays.
Actual, not us. We're
Did
not
you do
pro.
this by default?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You mean like pro as in like for it, not like professional?
No,
Or-
professional.
Oh, you mean professional. Okay.
Yeah, like
I see.
very much like me.
So like
when
they're
the-
Instagram influencers. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
They have
God.
like 2,000 followers on Instagram?
No,
That's what
mountain
makes you
bikers.
pro nowadays, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, but they're actually professional mountain bikers, and just like how the news called me once a professional mountain biker, so I have that for all time. That is in my
How much
in my
did you
bag.
pay them for that? That little.
A lot of sexual favors.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but yeah, so they're pro mountain bikers. So I was like, dude, that's kind of a cool little relationship to have. Is like having this company that's professional mountain bikers that maybe will get it, and so down the road, maybe we'll build something really rad together. But who knows? Who knows? For
Yeah.
now, I've already built this thing, so there you go.
That's pretty sweet.
Totally.
There you go. All right, and we just got a donation from Tofts MTB. I feel like I'm totally screwing that up. I should know the
Tofts.
acronym. T. Chandler out, installing some Cush Core. Oh God, it's gonna take you 40 hours to do that. Although I have never tried personally, other than just getting doused with smoke as I read your
First of all, it
donation.
should take like 4 minutes if you know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah,
every
that's
install
the
I've
thing.
ever said, people complain about how difficult it is. Have you ever installed it?
Here's the thing about Cush Core. Your first 1 or 2 times really suck. Everything after that is no big deal. It's
My
just like-
first one time was pretty bad, actually.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a nightmare the first time. But then I think I needed, with a new tire, I think it sucks because you have to kind of stretch it out a little bit more. But the second time I went to do it, I was like, how did I have such a hard time on this
Yeah.
before? Because
Yeah.
the second time it went so smoothly, I was irritated at how easily it went.
So what I was surprised with is that the idea of Cushcore is that it's, okay, so Cushcore is like, oh, you can run less tire pressure, but it's more about what,
Suspension.
like, is it like being able to handle better, right, or something? Maybe you can tell me, like, because it's not what people think. I think people originally think it's like, oh, it's so you can run lower pressures, but is there a reason?
I'm not the Cushcore expert.
Yeah, well, you're the expert more than we are, for sure.
I do know that it's supposed to give sidewall support, so it acts as just additional like cornering support and just, I don't know. I mean, there's a suspension within the tire itself that the Cushcore claims to have.
Okay. Didn't you destroy a tire recently?
Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Tire or wheel?
Yeah.
Like,
No, that was my front tire. It was a XO Plus.
Oh, wow.
That's why it's just better to run downhill or DD casings. That's my
debatable.
my best bet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, debatable. I don't know. I'm not gonna get too into it. I feel like this has been.
You have a
maybe
half
it's
pound of Cushcore, you have a half pound of tire. You know, pick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pick your
Oh, you're
tire and be
saying
a dick about
so like downhill casing or double downs instead of Cushcore?
Yeah, I use
Okay.
downhill
I
casing.
can buy into that.
baby.
You guys like my donation sound?
baby.
You guys can hear.
Every
I have some things audible tonight, so I can actually hear some of the donations and stuff. So this is helping me quite a bit.
That one's
and that
pretty
was
cool.
from the legendary BKXC. He was out on the property, and he had sent me some pictures. This might be under wraps. So I don't want to say anything, but
The pictures?
Yeah.
I hope they're under wraps.
Yeah, they're under
Otherwise
wraps.
they would be
yeah.
naked.
I don't want to talk about the pictures he sends me, but
The other pictures.
Last time I was out there, I was driving out there. There was some big fires out there. The whatever starts something fire out in Plumas County.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could see it. You know, it's pretty far away from their property, but
That's good.
just
Is it
gnarly.
the same
seeing
one
those
when I
guys
was driving
firefight.
up there? That fire?
Wait, say that again?
When I was driving out there, I saw a pretty big fire
Possibly.
off to like the. That would have been like northeast.
Possibly.
There's one in Shasta. Well, there's two in Shasta: the lava fire and the salt fire.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had to.
It sounds like it sounds like a meal.
I was gonna say that is like appetizing, like lava cake.
lava
and
salt fire.
Salted lava cake fire.
Yeah.
Not funny. Homes are
the
in
butter
danger.
rum
It's
fire,
not
the sugar cake cut. All right, so let's just not make light of people's misfortune. All right, take it
Yeah.
easy, Kyle.
Bananas Foster fire.
Too soon.
Yeah. So yeah, they're. I cannot wait to start seeing the videos that he's going to be putting together. He's working through his backlog, but man, it's going to be some rad stuff, and it's going to be cool to see, you know, the whole Northern California and really the mountain bike community as a whole. Because imagine like all the people that Brian and Aaron are going to bring into that property. Like,
Oh, totally.
I'm
That's
thinking about like
worldwide, basically.
I know. I think of like, you know, people like Seth maybe, or Single Track Sampler, or Backyard Trail Builds, or even locally, you know, you've got some really talented people that could come out like me. You know what I mean, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, all right. So, but, you know, they're going to get more talented people out there, and it's going to be so cool because everyone's going to kind of have a, well, I'm not speaking on his behalf, but like imagine like everybody having a part in it, and like, it's such a cool community, and like I think it's just going to highlight all the stuff that we have that's been going on huge for us. And I think in general, Northern California is like an amazing community as it is. By the way, I got a cooler full of waters and some
is that a
7-Up back
cooler?
there if you
I
want
got a
it.
cooler
Yeah.
if you want to put it in.
And
here.
then we're gonna basically. I told you
I'm
guys,
super curious
ladies and gentlemen, I
about
told you that
So good.
tonight
I'm gonna
I've
put it in
got
my
a
cooler.
teaser
Yeah,
for my
why don't you get
Downeyville
a little
video.
glass and you can
Well, I was just gonna say like
And we're gonna
it's
tease
just
it in a
warming
minute.
up.
So
It's
just
sitting
wait.
next
All
to a
right.
fire. I feel
Intermission.
bad.
No.
No,
bad
we're
about
still
that
good. I'm
thing
throwing a
heating
log on the
up.
fire. Okay.
Actually, I've got a glass. Come to think of it, although it's.
All right, I'm
got-
going to check the chat here.
Yep,
little
check the chat, catch
Schwansky.
up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for being with us on this Thursday night. Spokesman MTV's
Woody
in the
woo.
house. Wowie, wow. $1, $2 donation total. Good to see you, Steve, all the way out in Durango. I told you this guy's got a place in Durango. I am really excited to go out and ride in Durango. I have never ridden Durango, but Colorado is probably one of my most favorite places in the world, and we'll talk about that in a second. But what I want to do, since everybody's in here, I kind of want to give you guys a tease. I've been talking about on Instagram this latest video that I've been working on, and I got my hands on a little bit newer tech, and so I've been playing with it, which is why it's taken a little bit longer than normal.
Talk about Downeyville?
Yeah, the Downeyville video. And so I would like to say, like, you guys haven't seen Downeyville like this before. You guys saw the Hoot video I put out. You saw the Skyline, or the ride we did in Pacifica.
Yeah, that was good.
It's kind of on that level to a certain degree. So, but like at the same time, my time has been so limited, I haven't hit it as hard as I want to. So I got to have it out Monday. I got to. But I wanted to give you guys a tease. I love it when people are in here in this live stream because these are the people that care. And so I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. It's really short, okay? But it packs a punch. So, you know, you can either come over here, Jay, and look at it, or you'll just see it later. It's totally fine. But, all right, here we go. We're going to cut to it. Hopefully I set everything up all right.
Baby.
Spokesman, you maniac. Throwing dollars out like it's a damn strip club. All right. So here we go. Jay said, oh, look, this is a good shot. I like this, Jay. All right, so here we go. Here's the tease for the Downeyville video I've been working on, and you guys, it's real short, but I want you guys to see why it's taking me a while. Okay, here we go. Here goes. Here's nothing.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Calirado Kid channel. Today, we are out in Downeyville.
And there you have it. That's. I told you the tease was going to be short. Oh God, what happened here?
It's always short with you, Joe.
I know. Wait a minute.
Play.
I don't know if it switched back. Uh-oh, this program might have frozen up.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Like the stream?
We killed it.
Killed the stream?
Yeah.
No way.
Is it still live on YouTube, or did it catch up?
Oh, thank you, sir.
No, I think we're done. Oh no.
Shit biscuits.
Wait a minute. I lost control, but we're still live. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? I think it froze up.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
That's awful, man. Let's talk about timing here. I can't close this program out.
I know it's still on.
Is it still on? I don't know if they can hear me, though. I don't know if audio's working or what.
No, dude, I'm watching literally the last
Do you have
like,
audio?
5 minutes.
Do you have audio, though?
Yeah.
Well, I can't. Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, everybody's still here.
Okay. Well, I'm not seeing. Oh, there it goes. We're back. We're back. Okay, it's back. What the hell
We've been
happened?
back the whole time.
Oh, man.
We took you to Downeyville and back.
Man. Thanks,
Holy
guys.
cow, that
Sorry
is
about that.
sweet.
The program.
Oh my God, that's sweet. Sorry.
The program kind of froze up for a second, but Jay got to see it a little bit before he got hit by the smoke. I'm just really enduring it at this point. But there's the tease. So that's what we're working on. I'm trying to get it out by Monday for you guys, okay? So not that you guys care that much, but I'm just telling you it's going on. All right, there you go. Okay, we're back. Beautiful. How'd you guys like the footage?
Whoa, baby,
Folks, with a $1 donation again.
Holy cow.
He likes it.
I know. Awesome. If you guys want to see that tease one more time, let me know. You guys can roll it back later. There you go. All right, so we covered that. Okay, we're catching up with chat. Should have bought a Mac. You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth. Yeah, Vince, good to see you, buddy. Okay.
Like a Mack truck?
God. All right, other mountain biking topics. One of the things we want to talk about is, you ready? Should I do another off topic of mountain biking? Because it's not related to mountain biking at all?
Sure.
Coffee prices.
Why is the camera on me? I'm the only one not talking.
Very observant man.
Just saying, get your shit together, Joe.
Wait, what am I, wait. Okay, wait, there, now I switched. We're back.
Round 3, yeah.
It's under control.
Yeah.
Here's my thought on coffee prices, by the way. All right,
We're getting into that.
Here's what happened, okay? And this is totally separate from mountain biking. Trust me, we'll get back on mountain biking topics. If you guys want to see anything specific on mountain biking, you let me know down below. We'll cover the topic. Don't worry. All right, look. Coffee prices. Once Starbucks and all these guys started coming out and they realized that they could charge $3 for a cup of coffee, then I don't mind that, fine. It's gourmet coffee. They're getting it from all across the world. They're sourcing it. They're roasting it. Okay, whatever, fine. If it's high-end coffee. But have you gone into like an AM PM or something lately?
No.
Yeah, they charge almost the same amount. I can guarantee you they're not going through that process. They're buying the cheapest coffee, they're burning it the best they can, and then they're selling it to you for about $2.50. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of those, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure the machines, the ones where you like push buttons, they're probably all RTDs, which means they're ready to drink. They come in like a bag in the box, like a soda system. So, and most likely it's adding hot water to a ready to drink concentrate.
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly on those, but that's probably my guess because you don't see them grinding coffee in the morning.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen that in a. But then again, I have class and I just go to coffee shops, usually local, not franchise or rather corporate. Franchise not as bad. Corporate coffee shops don't really partake as much in those. Yeah, Cafe Santoro in Diamond Springs.
Wait, I'm getting a hipster.
I think you mean small business supporter.
Your face stinks. Wait, no, sorry, all right.
You're probably not wrong.
There's lots of gourmet coffee in Napa. I can't speak for that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got everything gourmet in Napa. Let's talk about the word gourmet for a second, then we're gonna get back on. You maybe sat in the wrong spot, but you're good. Your shot looks great, but if you want to, it's up to you.
No,
you move around.
I'm eating
Gourmet
it right now.
is a word that has no copyright meaning or no no slander. You can put gourmet on literally
All right.
anything without any risk of being sued for false advertising, apparently, because everything is gourmet these days. He did say the shot's better if
Whoa,
you're right
baby,
next to it.
baby,
We'll pop up.
baby.
Whoa, 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 spokesman MTB. Look at this guy, Steve. Thank you so much, man. $20 donation. He says, I hate to do this, but I need to take my daughter out to drive license time.
Good Lord,
Wow.
this is sweet.
Have a fantastic
Can I see
evening.
like
And I
Yeah.
wish you
can?
all much gravity and many safe rides. Kick all the butts. Yes, we will kick all the Sierra Buttes out here that we can. Good to see you, Steve. Thanks for jumping in. Miss you, buddy. MTV Rad Dad's here to moderate for me. Don't worry. He'll handle any of these knuckleheads in chat. You know, they get out of control here. All right, Kashima. What's the story with Kashima? Do you know anything about Kashima?
Kashima coating.
Yeah,
Sure.
what's Kashima coating? You guys, I don't know what it is.
It's gold.
I love gold.
What the hell is it?
No?
Now you have to
I
explain
don't know. I
it.
think
Whoa,
RC should be
baby,
explaining
RC
this.
is
baby,
definitely
baby.
the Kashima diva, if you will.
Okay, well, explain it to me, because
It's
I have
just
no
that,
idea.
like that coating that's on a lot of Fox stuff. That's like a goldish color.
What does it do?
It's supposed to be more protective,
It's like
I think.
20% smoother actuation.
Is it 40% more expensive?
Oh, at least.
Maybe. Yeah.
Man,
Surely.
I'm fully convinced the mountain bike industry's pricing is totally BS right
I think
at
you
this
mean their
point.
marketing
it's
is
like
bomb.com.
coffee, you know?
Yeah.
Hey man, you got to give it to him. If it sells, sell it. You know.
I mean, the trick is that here's what I've discovered. If you just change the color and charge more and tell them it's better, like people will be all on board.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. People are not only are the consumers going to eat it up, but the people watching like the reviews are going to eat it up even more. All it takes is one, like say they release a new product and then some dude makes the comparison video between this year's and last year's. Those always crush every
Yeah.
time. We could make the funniest, most epic videos ever made, which I'm not making, by the way. But we can make some. But like those videos will get more views than anything. It's like tech reviews, like the new iPhone. Oh, cool! iPhone
Yeah.
13 or whatever. iPhone 12. What's the difference?
Especially when it comes out today.
Yeah.
I like
if
this
you have
comment.
something to say about it.
Kyle
Super
dropped
fun.
his phone.
I like this comment real quick. Trail Dogs MTV. Kashima is like the same as the word gourmet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's killer. I bet that Kashima has a little bit more value than the word gourmet, frankly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like, come on. I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe I'm full of nonsense.
Well,
myself.
I mean, I've seen a lot of pictures lately of people getting those like titanium bolts, you know, like the hardware and things.
And that's
Better
purely for
bolts.
looks, though,
Rubber.
right? That's not like a functional thing. They just want it to look
That's what I
cool,
mean. Yeah,
right?
it's a
Which is
purely
fine.
aesthetic thing. Which it's
Yeah.
fine if, but like for me, I'm like I don't put any effort into my aesthetics on my bike because I can barely afford to keep that thing running.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but then again, I also have like 10 hobbies. I try to keep afloat at once. So I mean, that's kind of on me. It'd be great if I could whole-ass one hobby, but instead I have to half-ass a bunch of them. This is the way that I am.
Speaking
This
of
is the
which,
way.
Jay got a new frame recently.
Yeah, I did. I got
What's
a
the
new,
story behind that? I text Jay and I'm like, wait, why are you getting a new frame? He's like, I don't know.
It's a new front triangle. So it's not like a whole frame.
Okay.
But yeah, basically the head tube itself, it never felt totally secure from
Okay.
like the day one. But if you used a lot of grease, then it didn't have that issue as much. But it developed more over time. So I changed my fork, changed my headset, changed my headset spacers, my stem, my bars, pretty much everything I needed to do to check all their boxes of being sure that it just wasn't a defective product.
Sure, yeah.
And then eventually they decided to agree that it probably was something just slightly off in the dimensions of the head tube itself. It
Okay.
could have been ovalizing. And with that, they sent me just a new front triangle. And so yeah, I'm very fortunate that they
Sweet.
did that.
And is that like is it like the 2021 versus the 2020 or it doesn't really matter? Huh?
No, it's basically
Okay.
the exact same
Okay,
front
cool.
triangle that I had. It's a C level frame. It's not the CC. And I did this all through my bike shop, so not through me. I didn't have to
Yeah.
talk to them personally. And that's why I bought the Santa Cruz, is
Sweet.
because you buy it from the shop, you get your lifetime warranty, and you know, then that takes care of itself.
If I can
so.
make a comment on that as well, when you buy a new mountain bike, keep that receipt somewhere that it's not going to fall apart.
Yeah.
So the thing about receipts is they're printed on like this like heat paper with like
Oh
the
yeah, if
heat
you leave it in your
printers.
car, it'll burn up.
If you leave it in your
Yeah.
pocket or anything, it'll like smear. And guess
Yeah.
who made that mistake?
You could
and
just
bought
take a
from a shop that I
picture of
never
it
went
too,
to. Yeah,
you know,
this is
save it
ship
in your
has sailed.
favorites.
I don't
Yeah.
know if at this point I can prove that I bought my bike new, but I've had issues with my head tube on my Santa Cruz being an aluminum frame that my headset has worn to a point of potentially no return.
Yeah.
But I've also just still been riding it, and it has not fallen apart just yet. So
Yeah.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You know, if Paul was here, he would call it aluminium.
First of all, where did you pull these glasses from? Did you bring them?
No, they were just.
They're just sitting there?
Oh, the wife must
He's
have
got
got
all the props.
She must have been paying
backstage.
attention or something.
Yeah, I brought 'em
It's
out.
so weird.
We got all
It
kinds
just
of
occurred to me. I was
stuff.
like, wait, where did this come from? Like,
Yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. We
Yeah,
got-
I was talking to a few
Killer.
people actually that have had this happen, and Alex Chamberlain was one. And he's like, "This is why I have an aluminum frame, aluminum bars. Like, it's just there's less to go wrong, and carbon can easily get fatigued and compromise if it's just not perfect." So it's something
That's
to watch
interesting because
out.
some companies are going a little bit more into aluminum again.
Yeah,
And
and then
now
just
I want to say aluminium because it sounds fancier, but no, I'm going to say aluminum because we're American, all right? But look, yeah, I mean, like Ripley, the Ripley, right, is AF is aluminum,
Yeah.
and it's like probably the best bike you could buy for the price, in my opinion,
It
right?
probably
like
is,
3
yeah.
to 4,000, right around that range.
GW
amazing
Link.
product, like,
Yep.
dude.
yeah, 120, 130.
Yeah.
You can throw a 140 fork on it too if you wanted a little slacker.
Yeah.
And it's going to do like 90% of your trails, except for the exception of Tahoe or like some really steep ones.
Man,
are
that's
we
hard to-
seeing like a dial back in the travel thing? Because that's, I mean, like
No.
130, 140, or
Well,
with
with the
120.
with the 29er, yeah. I mean,
I mean, 'cause it's
120,
like, that's
130
like
is
super
kind
short
of like
compared to. I mean, it was going to like 160 all around was pretty standard.
Yeah.
Until I've
Yeah,
been hearing more
160 's
people
your-
go
your
drop
all
down to
mountain.
140ish.
your enduro bike, but yeah.
But that's what everybody's talking about, yeah, like maybe not needing the enduro. Like, for example,
Crazy.
Sean from MTB NorCal, he's got that. He's got a specialized enduro, and then he bought the stump jumper,
Yeah.
the Stumpy, which has like less travel.
Well, yeah, it's a flex day stumpy, so they did away with one of the links in
Yeah.
the rear for the FSR, and it's just way more springy and sprightly to pedal, and it's 120, or no, it's like a 130, 140 bike, but it's got enduro geometry, so
Yeah.
it has the slacker 65 head
Yeah.
angle, it's got the longer reach, it's got a nice compact chainstay, so it has that modern geo, and it's just a lot of fun. Like
And
it
you-
can do most things.
Yeah, and you think like he's probably going to be riding that bike probably 70% of the time now. That enduro is only going to come out when it's like,
We're
I
going
mean,
to
really, like what,
Georgetown or-
Downeyville? He brought it to Downeyville. Like, there's a couple places, but like in general, most of the stuff we ride here really doesn't need it. Like,
Yeah,
you know, I think
that's the
that
truth.
I think that like Stumpy's like the magic number.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And that's a magic number.
That's the magic number.
3.
Yep.
School of Rock. I'm gonna add a little log to the fire. It's debatable whether or not I load these into like a podcast form because there's so much visual things happening.
Oh,
But-
Byron just entered the chat, and yes, you did miss the sunscreen. It was great. Everybody loved it, except
yeah,
you.
Byron, you dummy. What are you doing? Taking care of your kids or moving or whatever you're doing?
Yeah,
man?
well, I was talking all this shit about how you're leaving the state.
Yeah, there we go. Let's catch up on chat real quick. Yeah, so we got Eric Weston here, Trail Dogs. Good to see you, man. Yeah, Trail Dogs, we might ride. I'm going to be down. I got to talk about this a little bit tonight. We'll cover it here in a second. Let me see if there's any other questions that we missed that we want to talk about. There we go. We got more fire going. I'm burning my eyeballs out with smoke, but it's fine. Next time I'll wear some like really cool goggles or something. Like, there's
Really
got to be
cool.
cool goggles I could wear, right?
Yeah.
Surely.
No?
Yeah, maybe
Surely.
Rocketeer style.
Yeah,
or
that would be
something.
awesome. I'm gonna get some Rocketeer style goggles. Okay, now we're looking sexy because look, now my shot's looking cool. Because
Oh,
look at
you
this,
know-
I got a bike back here. I had to move it from last time. Look at their shot. They've got lighting on that side. Oh yeah.
Ashley's got some killer glasses that you should borrow.
Okay, maybe I'll do that.
It's a thing.
Maybe I'll do
Alien
that.
lens or something. They go,
They're like
over
the
your
full
head.
face
Yeah.
thing. You're like, it's so funny.
Okay, so basically, I've got a SoCal trip coming up next week. Actually, I've realized this. So I'm like, I really need to get this video done and pushed out before I leave. So
What part
there's
of SoCal?
So we're going down to San Diego because her sister lives down in San Diego, and we're gonna go visit them. But more importantly, they're gonna go to a wedding, so we're gonna watch their kids for a couple days over the weekend, and they're awesome, you know, the kiddos. So we're gonna take the kids on adventures. But then I got a couple of days where I'm gonna take off. You know, just leave them right behind. She's not in here though. It's fine. Oh, wait a minute. She is in the chat. Oh God. So, anyways, I'm gonna take off and I'm gonna go meet up with MTB Allen, and we're gonna ride Snow Summit or Summit, and then there's
doing burnouts.
yeah, there's burnouts. You guys they probably can't pick it up in the mics, but
Oh,
yeah,
probably
there's
not.
2 parks up there. We're gonna do 2 down. I think one of them's up in Big Bear, and I think the other one is Santa's Village or something is what they call it, right? Have you guys seen the videos from out there?
No, are they lift access? Or?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think so. One of them's like climbing. I think the other one's lift access, but I've never ridden out there. I haven't actually watched a ton of videos on that area, so I'm kind of stoked.
Are you hooking up with anyone down there?
Yeah.
I haven't announced it other than right now.
Oh, MTB Allen.
Yeah, and we're gonna ride with
gonna
MTV
say.
Allen, and then there's probably gonna be some other people. A segment, Mark from the segment's probably gonna meet up with us. And then at this point, I haven't really made the details public because I just don't quite know. But,
Yeah.
that's going on. 27th to 28th
Sky
is
Park.
when we're actually going to ride. So, yeah, Sky Park. There you go. So, 27th and 28th, we're going to be riding. And so that's the first time riding down there, really, and so I'm excited about that.
That's MTB Allen's stomping grounds.
I
right
know.
there.
We were talking. He was messaging me. I think he's
Okay,
going on
yeah.
vacation
He's super
or something.
approachable, man. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, so Snow
Oh,
Summit, Sky Park,
vacation.
and we're gonna do a couple bike parks, and yeah, MTB Allen's gonna show me around, man. So if there's anybody that can rival me for a mustache, it's that guy.
Yeah. He's got the curls going and
Yeah,
everything.
he's got it coming all the
Oh,
way
yeah.
down, everything. So it's gonna be pretty rad.
Got the business.
Yep. Yep, Santa, 300-foot climb, yes. But Santa's Village looks so cool. It might be the 28th for Snow Summit. I'll post about it on IG. So if I don't know for sure right now, I'll post about it. And then you guys will know what's going on. Brad, Dad, you're not chopped liver? Didn't we talk about it? You said you were being on vacation or something. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Yeah, it'll be the 28th, I think. There you go. If you guys got anything you want to talk about in the chat, just let us know. We'll make it happen. All right, in the meantime, oh, God. Yeah, so there's the SoCal trip. There we
Someone
go.
did make a comment to see if my new job's going well, so I feel like that's a pretty good segue
Yeah,
to let
let's
you
talk
try.
about it, Kyle. Let's talk about it. Tell.
Sorry, Jay.
Okay, I got you. You can bring it. Bring it up to camera one.
Camera one.
Right there.
Oh yeah. So this here is from my employer, Solid Ground Brewing Company.
Let me cover my face so it focuses
It's,
on the beer. Look at it. It
Rampart-
works. Look at that.
Rampart
Big-
Lime.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen in chat, look at how impressive this is. Watch. There's my face.
Boom.
It'll focus on my face, right? But when I cover my face, it goes to the beer. Watch.
Boom.
Look at.
Peekaboo.
There it goes.
Okay.
That's amazing. All right, I
Anyway,
got to cover my
yeah.
face.
Maybe you should
Little,
just shut your eyes.
A little brief one. Hellas is German for light or pale, so it's like a pale light lager of the American variety because it was made here, in case you didn't know.
Where do you find them?
These are going to be, this is some distribution in the Sacramento area, some in the South Bay too. I don't know if they're going to be in your area specifically.
Like Whole Foods kind of thing, or?
Some, yeah, we do sell some to some Whole Foods. It depends on the area. We're all self-distributed, so it's a little bit hard. It's a little bit unpredictable.
Look, I want to be completely clear ahead of time. This is by no way a sponsored stream, which is very unfortunate because Kyle didn't bring any money for me for actually
No.
presenting his brewery that he works
No,
for here. But
they do pay me.
you know, we'll make a clip out of this, and he can show it to his bosses and show them the millions of people that are here watching this really well put together live stream. Wouldn't you guys agree? Okay,
Yeah,
keep talking,
but so
Kyle.
this
What do you
is
got?
this is our American Hellas lager with lime. So they add a lime essence,
Okay.
and yeah, I mean it's
I
basically.
don't know if I'm a fan of the word essence.
Essence?
It's
I think it's an
concentrate, frankly.
awesome name.
I don't know, like the essence.
She
of,
just won the last 2 Enduros, actually.
Oh,
what if I
God,
said
it's good.
like, Jay, I'm a really big fan of your essence.
I'd say that's cool.
Byron's getting on to me about
Fair enough.
made-up names. He says because Hellas is all made up. It's just a German word for light or pale, like I just said. A light lager. Okay,
Hellas?
Okay.
light lager.
Learn
Alles?
something new every day.
Hellas.
Alles
There's a ton
gut.
of Hellas's out there right now. It's a thing. It's becoming a. I mean, lagers, craft lagers are picking up more these days.
Dude, in California, our word
Great.
is hella, not hellas.
Ha ha ha.
Hella.
Yes.
No, that's
I've
just
had-
Northern
I've had-
California, I hear.
I've
Is
had
it
people
really?
Yeah,
tell
if
me.
you say that to Alan,
I've
he'll
had people
probably
from North
be upset
Carolina tell
about
me
it,
it's
yeah.
an East Coast thing, and I'm like, bro, no.
It's just like how locals say that you can't say that San Francisco is San Fran because they'll freak out. You ever had that? You ever call it San Fran and somebody that lives in the city is like, it's the city. I'm like, there's a lot of other cities in this world.
Yeah, well, if you live like anywhere near
Yeah,
New York
I
City,
thought it
they
was
call
just
that
the
the
Bay.
city.
The
Anywhere,
area.
it's just anytime you're in the vicinity of the big metro area,
Yeah.
that is the city.
Yeah.
Although I have heard people from the Sac area call San Fran the city. Look at that, I just called it San Fran. So
You can't do
I,
it.
I was like, I don't know what my go-to is actually.
They're gonna freak
I
out.
don't talk about it very much. I kind of like forget about that place.
The locals are going to freak out if you call it that. All right.
I'll just
Call
call
it
it
that place with the
Francisco.
poop on the sidewalks.
Eric West wants to know, what's the name of the brewery again? Is it Rampart?
Solid Ground
Solid
Brewing.
Ground, there you go.
Rampart is the name of the varietal here,
It shows you how much I
Rampart
pay
Lime.
attention.
obviously. Solid ground, it's about having a good foundation.
That's a solid point.
Yeah, solid. I'm really grounded to that
What's the essence of this channel?
lime.
So much essence. So much essence. Oh man, how's the riding been going for everybody? Because Jay, no doubt, rides more than both of us combined. So I have not ridden in almost 2 weeks because I've been trying.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I don't even know what I was going to say. But
Okay,
like,
me neither. I rode a week or two ago with one of the owners of the brewery, and this guy, he goes out and he rides the Strawberry area. With some of the Trail Peak guys, and those guys don't screw around, man. He showed me a ride. It was like 25, 30 miles, something like that, with like 4,500 feet of elevation gain. I was like, yeah, I don't really want to ride with you, bud. I'm gonna be honest. If I hit 2,000 feet, I'm bonked, hardcore. And we went and did this little ride, and it was only like 9 miles, but it was 1,900 feet of elevation, and I had not been riding much lately, and it was hot, and I was dead, and I hadn't eaten anything beforehand. Had a beer right after. That was a mistake. My body was shutting down hardcore. It was pretty gnarly. I think that was that right before I went out? No.
That's tough.
That might have been right before I went out to the property, actually.
Okay.
Oh, no, that was before I went dirt biking. Never mind. Different thing.
That's
Either
really...
way, I remember going into the weekend thinking, oh my God, I better hydrate now because my body's already jacked and we haven't even started the weekend.
Well, that's really what I've been spending all my time is the trail building stuff. Like that's been the majority of all my time lately, but like not in a bad way. It's been so fun that I've been out there 4 weeks in a row basically. And so now the next couple of weeks I actually won't be out there for a while. I'm sure Aaron's going to dig every single trail out there. That guy's a working maniac. But
yeah, he's starting to talk to trees.
Yeah, he really is. But Jay's been out riding a lot. Like what's the best trails you've ridden lately?
Well, I haven't ridden consistent trails lately.
Everything's
They've
dusty
just been
though,
different. From China Peak to Shasta, I thought Shasta would be a lot more flowy and fun and more manageable. And I get out there and the powder's like 2 feet deep.
Moon dust.
So literally the only way you can practice for that is if you go out to the nearest sand dune and just go mountain biking down the sand dune. But it's finer than sand. So it feels like you're on Mario Kart bananas.
That's
the best way I can put it. You're just
totally.
constantly like squirming the whole time. So it was super different. And then I just rode England today, so I did a little bit of that. That was my first mountain bike ride since I rode Shasta. And we have about that much dust, which for me felt like hero dirt. It's crazy like how your perception changes. So you ride different things and you end up back home and it's like, wow, you have a new appreciation for something.
You know what I feel like Rockville? Rockville never gets super dusty. And maybe that's like, maybe I've ridden out there before, but not like when we go out to other trails, man. It's just like gnarly, like Downeyville, for example. Obviously, I think it's your Sierras and stuff or whatever, but it gets pretty dusty out there. You got to give some good leeway on Third Divide and stuff, which if you guys haven't ridden Downeyville is legendary downhill in the area. You're talking about almost 18 miles of pure downhill bliss. And, you know, it's kind of a legendary zone in this area, but that can get dusty, man. You got to give some space. But I feel like maybe at Rockville, you just never gain those speeds because of the rock gardens, and it's really more about navigating technical features.
Yeah, I'd say Rockville's like 10 miles an hour. You know, 20 miles an hour is max. Like, if you're hitting 25, it's just like for a couple seconds and then that's it.
Maybe that's kind
of not like 5 minutes of 25 miles an hour where you're cooking towards 30, you know.
That's kind of the advantage that like Grand Junction people have and stuff, or like desert, like whatever, because a lot of it is rock slab stuff. When we rode Grand Junction, it was a lot of rock slab stuff. So like for me, that's super interesting and a very different riding style than we have out here, which tends to be like flowy trails and things like that. There's very rare opportunities where you get to ride gnarly chunk and rocks, and like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is a fantastic example.
Yeah, I still need to do that,
of a challenging ride, man. We should go do that because that's one of my favorites.
That and then Tyroleum. I haven't been there, so.
I haven't done anything out here. I have not ridden like anything that
California has to offer.
You guys are
closer than me. Jeez, come on.
I feel like we need a Tahoe trip.
Yeah, we need to get her done.
Let's do it.
Like I said, I mean, I've ridden like just like the appetizers that we have out here. No, I haven't touched Downeyville. Haven't touched Tahoe.
Man, we can cover a lot of good ground. I really want to spend more time in Tahoe.
Let's do it. We gotta like plan it because I've been booking my weekends with whether it's volunteer work or dirt bikes or whatever. Like, I need to like schedule it ahead of time these days.
Yeah, and I think the tricky part is just working around family schedules because I can only abandon them so many weekends before I'm accountable for it, right? So it's like I got to find a way to wrap that into a family trip because otherwise we would just ride all day. Like I would love to do a rim trail ride or something crazy. We could hit Armstrong to Little Corral, but I think Toads and do some really big rides. Like if we could space that out over the course of a couple days, I think we could cover a lot. And Robert's been up there. biker. And he's been showing all
killing
kinds of
it.
cool stuff. He knows
Yeah.
so much more about that area than we do. Because it's not that far, but dude, it's just, if you go up there, you're talking a something-hour drive. It's like you're gonna make a weekend out of it. Like you're not
Yeah, I
just
mean,
gonna
you
go for a
might
day
as well
ride.
just treat it like an enduro or something. Like, I think it's just planning. It comes down to just putting aside the 2-day time period and really committing to it.
Another downside with Tahoe is the sheer inconvenience of booking a spot. Like trying to find a campsite or trying to find a Airbnb, like it's pricey as hell,
Oh, yeah.
especially during the summer. Everybody wants to go up there because it's
I'm
generally
pretty much an
15
hour
degrees cooler.
from South Lake.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a commutable distance.
It's not bad.
I'm just a little bit further from Tahoe than I am from South Lake anyway.
We should at least do a Toads run. We could do that on a
do it.
day trip if we
Yeah.
wanted to.
Maybe
Well, I feel like I got
Dave.
my pro setup now.
Yeah.
Just take my car and a tent and a cot and sleeping bag and I'm set, you know.
That's
Gotta
so
have some
nice.
food, but yeah, just keep it simple.
Man, I've been getting really dialed in on the camping stuff lately. Just being out at the property so many times, I feel like I got it dialed in pretty well. I've been talking with Rubicon EP about the possibility of taking one of their hitch tents for a ride.
Yeah, that
And
sounds sweet.
Yeah.
If that works out, that's going to be a really cool experiment
Because
because
the
they're
tents as well, or just the.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like a
they do
hitch
rooftop.
tent
They
and
do.
it
I
has
remember
a
they
bike
have the
rack.
hitch, but I couldn't remember if they had a tent.
They
as
do
well.
rooftop
So-
ones also, I believe.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
we
And,
have a rooftop tent. We would just want the hitch.
What's
but
cool about
they're
the hitch tent is it's not on the roof.
Moy cheddar.
Yeah. The idea of
Yeah,
like being
no, I
able to
like
let
the
it off
idea.
the back of the truck.
I like
would be
that. I just
sick.
wasn't sure if they also had the tent part. Like I looked into them a bit, and yeah, like I said, it's a pretty heavy cheddar.
I'm pretty sure that Kyle
deal.
just said moments ago that he loves to support local, and what he's saying now is he doesn't support local if they cost too much.
It's that gourmet.
Yeah, I
A little
mean,
too gourmet for
a
Kyle.
little too gourmet. Well, frankly, I mean, the budget is what it is. Smitty built. I mean, it's still not a big corporate thing. I think they're probably one of the bigger. I don't know. I think they're still okay. Smitty
Nah.
built. That's who our rooftop tent is.
Yeah, no, Rubicon EP is a really cool local company. Andrew and the guys running it are just super rad and good relationships to have. They're always present in the community out here. And I know MTB NorCal is kind of working with them too for the bike racks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave away a couple racks for dirt days.
That's
right. Just
Nice
they're
racks.
killing it, really. I mean, their racks are lighter than what is it? Velociracks.
Oh yeah.
So they're not only like making them sturdy and strong, but they can fit bigger e-bikes with less weight.
I love a good sturdy rack. You know?
It's gotta be.
Jeez.
It's got to be
Don't take
firm
us
and
downhill,
supportive.
Kyle. We're trying to keep it real professional tonight.
Hold on, I thought we
Unprofessional
liked
Kyle.
going downhill. Would you rather be climbing? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
All right, look, so this kind of brings me to an interesting topic too, as we talk about the idea of like local bike companies
Whoa,
and bike
baby,
products.
baby,
Like,
baby.
is there a particular bike product, like something you can't live without? Like, and I have a couple things in my head that are small. It doesn't have to be super pricey. It could be a little thing. Is there something that like you use all the time that like just is your go-to and you would never get rid of it? Like,
Oh yeah, pedals.
okay, Kyle, we're gonna get a little less specific than the pedals. Maybe Jay can
More
take this one.
I don't know. I'm not super complex.
I put him on the spot. Okay, what do you got?
Uh,
Because I got
Probably-
one in head.
Oh,
Air
I got
pressure
another one.
gauge, like for your tires. That's like kind
Yeah.
of vital. There's Top Peak. There's like a very few brands that do that. I have to have an air pressure gauge for my
Yeah.
tires. Otherwise, I'm going to go home real
It's
soon.
like a simple $10 purchase that's essential. Like you can't live without this thing, and it's a great point. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, so that's like one. I've got this product from Outbound Lighting, and I was thinking about making a video about this stuff. But like, how many top fives can you really do? I've never done one, so maybe I'll
Plenty.
do
They're
one. But this company
always coming
Outbound
out.
Lighting, which is super rad, and they make that head mount lamp that I use when I go on night rides. And night rides to me have opened up a whole world because that's when I do those
Whole
like
new world.
a whole new world. Wait, Jay's got to sing it. Go.
a fantastic place.
Look at this guy
Go
getting
on.
shy all of a sudden. Jay, sing the damn song.
I don't know this song.
All right, fair enough.
I got to brush
Cut it
up on
over.
my Aladdin.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's under control. Look, but what I'm saying is this company, Outbound Lighting, they make lights, and I mount it to the top of my
Whoa,
helmet.
baby,
and it's
baby.
super cool because it's bright as hell, and you can see everything on the trail. So I have a tendency when I go on these I go on the night rides. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you see these night rides that I do that I see all these crazy animals and stuff. It's because I'm scanning the horizon with that light, and I see everything. It's lightweight. It's USB chargeable. It lasts over 2 hours on the trail. So like, you guys know I don't ride super hardcore, but what I do is I like to look around. And so that thing has been indispensable, so much so that instead of taking a flashlight out to like camping, I take that thing with me. So it's like this product that I bought, and it wasn't that price. It was like 80 to, I forget what I originally paid for it, but it was like, it is worth its weight in gold to me.
I definitely just thought of my next MTB product.
Yeah.
The chin mount for my GoPro. Not only does it serve as like a GoPro mount, but I can also hook my light up to it.
Yeah.
And having the light just below my chin, like it's a little bit different than having it shine down.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a nice
Isn't
spot
that your
for
favorite band, Kyle? Shinedown? Is it a band? Or am I making that up?
Oh, yeah, no, that is banned.
It is a
Shine
band.
down, yeah.
Kyle, give me a
I had
product.
a brain
before-
fart for a second. I was like, wait, that's a, yeah, I was thinking it, whether, anyway.
Kyle, give
Yeah,
me.
Shinedown's a fantastic band, actually.
God, this
I've seen them
GoPro's
live.
awful. I got to get a new camera. Kyle, tell me about a product before I cover some donations.
A product, my favorite product, in fact, is my helmet with MIPS. And that was slightly a joke, slightly not, because frankly, MIPS is actually the essential part. Big believer in MIPS. At least the
You might now
marketing
have to
is
explain
stellar.
MIPS to me.
So MIPS,
I mean, I know.
was getting there.
I know
was
that
working
there's
up
a
to it.
MIPS thing, but
So
Kyle,
MIPS,
go.
there are a few different things out there. I think MIPS probably has the most notoriety. Basically, the idea behind a lot of these little systems going into the helmets are creating a sort of a slip between your head and the helmet.
Okay.
So the helmet can rotate on impact.
like an eggshell.
Can I
don't know what
interrupt? Can I interrupt for just a second? Because I had a
Well,
multi-million.
you're gonna, so
I had
yeah.
a multi-million-dollar idea just now. Multi-million-dollar idea. You ready for it?
Sure.
Okay. So sure. If the idea is to create a cushion between your head and the helmet, here's the multi-million-dollar idea. If that's the goal, why don't you have some sort of freezable liquid in there, like a that you could cool? Like you could somehow have a system that cools the liquid between your head and the helmet.
Well-
a liner in between that not only cools you in the summer but protects your head. All right, think about it.
Well, here's the deal.
I think POC does that.
The
It's
first thing
called
I-
some liquid.
The first thing that comes to mind is that you're creating a dense material between your head and whatever you're hitting. That's the problem. What you want for a helmet is for it to break. You want that thing to crush. You want that energy to be dispersed through the helmet rather than through your head. Otherwise, it's just an extra layer, but all the impact, all the pressure is going
Takes
straight
your
to
head
your
along
dome.
with it, yeah.
The thing about the slip that I'm getting into with MIPS is that rotational forces, studies show that rotational energy is more likely to cause concussions than direct impact. So a lot of times when you hit your head, you're hitting it at an angle to where that rotational energy is causing more of an impact than the straight on. So giving the helmet that slip, it actually it makes it a little bit more straight on, less rotational, and less likely to have a concussion, which is great because, you know, CTE and stuff.
No, all good points. Look, I'm going to bring it back to a multi-billion-dollar idea then, okay? If the goal is not to have something in between, you want rotation. You guys have seen Demolition Man? Yeah, I'm assuming. You're a little young. Bike Psalm, have you seen Demolition Man?
I think I know where you're going, yeah.
There's a scene in Demolition Man where the police car crashes into a water thing, and what happens is this foam sprays out, solidifies, and protects the people inside. So here's the idea. One, either the helmet does that to your head, sprays up, fills up with foam, protects your life, fine. What if the bike did it? Okay? Whatever bike company can figure that out, trillionaires.
There are motorcycle racing suits that have airbag deployment systems. They're
That'd be
like
specialized.
they're very expensive.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let me cover a couple donations since I totally got off topic here. All right, first of all, MTV Rad Dad threw another $1.99, said, let's see some more super chats. Thank you, sir. Always glad to have you in here. That's why I put him as a mod, because he can keep everything in check, all right? I want you guys to appreciate how much smoke I got in my eyes right now. It's a lot. And then Riding Dirty's throwing $2 out there, says, Joe, let's hear it, Sedona Fest or what? Yes, that's a great topic that we can talk about. Sedona mountain bike.
How much does
fest.
it cost to get into that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Like
Oh no,
100?
literally?
Nothing?
Oh, it costs to demo bikes, right?
Yeah,
But you
so
can
like
you can walk in.
I bought tickets, but the tickets don't get you anything other than like shuttling
Demos,
and
yeah.
bike demos, which
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not really gonna do because like we'll know enough people out there that we're all gonna end up riding with everybody. I'm certain of it. But I mean, I don't mind supporting the event. It's fine.
Yeah.
The tickets aren't that much. But I've already got a spot booked. I do have an Airbnb booked at this point, and everything's locked down. I'm still debating. The biggest debate for me is whether or not I'm going to live stream out there. Like I've been talking to people about it. They're like, you're going to be exhausted from riding all day. You won't want to live stream.
But
Well,
what are we gonna do at night, like right now with a fire?
That's what I mean.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
the Joey podcast did it. So, I mean, if you're not as good as they are, I get it. But the Joey podcast did do that. So,
Was that the last broadcast they did like 2 years
No,
ago? Because
they've had a few episodes since then. But yeah, we are due. Shane, Paul, what happened? They started back up and they acted like they were going to make more of them more often, and then they stopped. And that sounds really hypocritical as I say it out loud and hear it.
Because
come from
Kyle
my own
gave,
mouth.
I know for a fact that Kyle gave Shane a very large speech earlier this year about
yeah.
releasing
I do
videos
that.
once a week, and they're like
I do
really
that.
on track. And then Shane messaged me about being really gung ho. And how's that working out for everybody?
I get real passionate for a short amount of time, and then life gets in the way. It's crazy.
100%. Let me cut to this really crappy wide angle of this GoPro. I'm getting a new camera. I'm going to spend $3,000 to get a new camera right here, but I'm going to throw another log on the fire, and then it's s'mores time, boys.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Sedona Mountain Bike Fest, Jay, you coming or what?
I definitely want to go.
You should go.
Yeah.
All it is drive time. I'm driving.
Yeah, I don't think I can get the time off of work. That's a long drive from here. It's probably like, what, 15 hours plus?
Is it?
I bet it is.
Oh, look at my butt. It's great. But I'm willing to bet as I go off screen here, maybe I'm not, that there's places to ride on the way to Sedona.
Yeah, if you have more than a week to take off, which,
Look,
again,
who cares?
I care.
Look, man, I like the work that I do, but it's not my life.
Well,
My life is my life.
That's the thing. I'm at a new job. I have to make sure they understand that I am worth keeping around. And if my first goal is to get away, it's not really ideal. I gotta get that job security going
Yeah.
initially.
Well,
That's just littering. It's inappropriate. That's irresponsible.
here's the moments I love to capture on screen is the moment of disappointment in their eyes. And I'm going to roll that back and I'm going to take that clip and I'm going to put it on Instagram because you'll see it. I'll put it in slow-mo. You'll see it in their eyes, the sheer disappointment. All right. Once again, the crappy wide angle of the GoPro, but we're going to work with what we got. It's s'mores time, boys. So if you guys want to build something.
I just want to say disappointment is just embedded in my eyes whenever I'm around you. But I'm also glad that these are the normal sized
I know.
marshmallows this time because quite frankly, the novelty of the large marshmallows wore off quite quickly.
Believe it or not, I asked my wife specifically for normal size marshmallows this time.
100% believe
and I
that.
also apologized. I was like,
know.
I know, I'm being a little bit picky, but I appreciate the effort you're putting in to going and get these for me.
I'm
Like
a big
I
fan
wasn't
of the
rude about it.
marshmallows that have MIPS.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, no, I don't have a good joke lined up for that.
Are there any other? By the way, are there any other? Okay, Sedona Mountain Bike Fest. I've
I
never
have
been there.
Not
all right?
enough hands. My shin on the left side, my left shin is literally on fire right now.
Yeah.
I threw
Okay.
way too many logs.
Yeah, it's
fine.
straight up. My left knee is having a meltdown
It'll settle down in no time.
of sorts.
Don't worry. I'd like to thank everybody for jumping in here tonight, by the way. I will say that I'm impressed. We nailed the lighting here pretty well. I'm excited. You never quite know what it's going to look like until you get going, and tonight is no exception. But I think everything worked out pretty well. Kyle, I think it probably worked out good and well. What would you say?
You know, I wasn't really listening, to be honest. So the thing I was thinking about just now was that we should just do, whenever we bring people over, see how they make...
Guys.
How do
first,
they...
guys,
God,
guys.
I can't even put... This is so
You can
short.
extend it. You can
Oh,
extend it,
that is-
dummies.
That is
Just about to
awesome.
ask that. I'm like, why am I burning my hand?
Yeah.
This is insane.
Genius.
The point I was going to try to make was that, well, here's the thing.
See
Real
how
quick,
how
you're
I
putting
make a
two
marshmallow?
marshmallows on.
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't just want the big jumbo ones to begin with?
No, you got to do two. You got to
So
do two.
two equivalent to one big one is better than one big one, is what you're saying? Just want to make sure I understand
Getting out
the
of
ground
control.
that you stand on.
Welcome to the s'mores section
I'm
of the
curious-
show, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, the point I was trying to get to was let's just see how everybody does their marshmallows. We did this last time. You and I disagreed.
Yep.
Jay's got a completely different thing going on here.
There's a fine
He's
line
got
you
the-
got to
I'm
ride.
Just trying
here.
not to
dabble.
get it black. That's
Yeah,
all.
I think it's
Not to get
you
it black.
brown
Here's the
it.
thing, you guys are just flat out wrong.
I like it to look Kashima. That's all.
Kashima.
Yeah.
Kashima gourmet marshmallows.
Anyone can
okay,
just
so
stick their marshmallow on the fire and roast it. That's not very special.
Vince,
Well, you got to roast it while cooking the inside, but charring the outside and getting that caramelized layer. I mean, there's still some science to it.
okay, so Vince says, Joe, how about organized night ride for a live stream? Wait, a night ride for a live stream, that would be tricky because now we're talking about,
God.
right now I've got hardwired internet and that's the only thing I trust.
That's a good question. I've tried GoProing at night and it's
doesn't work so
really
good.
difficult.
So
yeah.
I like the idea of doing an organized night ride, like, or maybe even like doing one of my, people have reached out to me about doing my like Calirado Kid animal adventure tour. And it's now patented and it's not pending, it's literally patented. But like,
I find that hard to believe. It's
Yeah,
quite a
yeah.
process to get a patent.
but I
going.
yeah, I
It
know.
takes a
But I have
while.
talked about it, and here I might do it. I think it's super fun. I think it's
patent?
really interesting. Here's the problem: the more people you have, the more you're going to scatter the animals. Whoever's in front of the pack will see the animals. What you don't realize is that I have my cell phone in hand, ready to go. So as I ride, as soon as I see something, boom, I get the camera, I'm recording.
I just
So
want to
it's-
apologize real quick to our misophonia friends here.
What is misophonia?
Misophonia, you should know, being friends with Brian, it's having like an absolute despise of hearing the sound of eating.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
stand
no,
it.
it's a, you know
Yeah,
what?
It's a thing. I kind of get it.
That's all right.
kinda
Nobody
similar.
important's watching this or listening to this.
Oh,
Wait, no,
burn
sorry.
your
Okay.
audience.
Oh, I'm just
All
kidding.
12 people watching.
Nah, we've had a good audience tonight, man. We got a lot of people. We still got 32 people on a random Thursday night,
You
man.
know-
I appreciate you guys being here.
I sent Ashley the link to the stream,
Yeah.
and he responded with, if I click that link, I'll be the only viewer.
I thought about inviting Ashley tonight, but I couldn't handle the sheer burnitude that I'm going to get from him. Like he'll
Yeah,
just
He's
you
too
prefer a
busy editing
literal
about
burn.
1,000 photos right now.
You'll
yeah.
take a literal burn from the fire.
You know, he's been doing
over
really
an
good, like
Ashley
showing up
burn.
to the events, the enduros, and going out there and challenging himself not to get pictures of everybody in the exact same section,
Yep.
but like walking down the trail and like catching different scenery as he's going. So also walking down the trail, he said, was extremely difficult for him. So props to that guy.
What, walking's
I'm
hard
just
for him?
impressed
What a
he can still
baby.
dress himself in the mornings, that guy.
Not only doesn't he have a girl's name, but he can't walk. I don't know
Yeah,
what that
I
means.
think that every day is a mental challenge for that guy, but
You guys might be right about the one marshmallow thing, because
we love him.
this thing's definitely coming out of the hinges. We need a close-up. We need the classic s'mores close-up. So whoever wants to take
I'm
point
on last
on one of
bite.
these cameras.
I'm gonna make this marshmallow perfect.
Okay,
And then
I'll take the point. Here we go. Let me see. All right, I'm not going to crop this, but here we go. Let's get up close and personal, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what you're going to see here on this s'more, overcompensated with the marshmallow for sure, which means this mustache is going to be covered in white goo. Okay, okay, I'm just going to go back here. Back to you guys.
oh, what? For
Huh?
me? I got,
the white goo was your cue.
Yeah.
oh, the white goo is the cue. I was
So,
just trying to sell some
has
rims
anybody in
on
chat
Facebook
ridden Sedona,
Marketplace.
by the way? So, I've never ridden out there. I've ridden Phoenix, and Phoenix I rode South Mountain, which was a very different riding experience than I was used to coming from here with the desert terrain, the rocks, and all that stuff. Pretty fascinating stuff. And so, I'm really curious to ride Sedona now, which I love the slower technical riding, so I'm super stoked to get out there. It is in November, and my understanding is they're going to be doing one in November, and they're going to be doing one in the normal time. So there's going to be, which is April? You guys in chat can maybe correct me on that. But yeah, there's one in November, which is coming up real fast. And there you go. I know Brian Gong, for example, is going out to Durango right now for the Yeti gathering. And but yeah, the Sedona Mountain Bike Fest is happening. It's in November. You can go check it out on their website. And then they're doing one in April, I believe, as well, which is their normal time. And
Yeah.
then Sea Otter just got announced. So Sea Otter's about to happen too. So you guys got to prepare for that. And I heard people are, whoa, what you guys
That's
missed
wild.
was Kyle almost burning his hand off right now.
Yeah, by the way,
Like,
this is the perfect Kashima coating.
Yep.
I was
The,
cooking
yep.
from the inside with my burned. Sorry, I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
Let's see if I can get a close up on that. Go to your
You're gonna need camera one over here.
Yep. Cover your face.
Right over
Over
there.
your face. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
Get it right in
boy.
front of the lens. Right in front of the lens. Here we go.
yeah. All that bokeh.
Yeah, there.
on
Look at
there.
that. Jay's showing you how to do it.
That's about as close as you can get without burning it.
Beautiful.
Whoa.
About as close as you can get without getting your eyes wet.
So, ladies and gentlemen, mountain bike events are back. Sea Otter's coming up. People are already booking their campsites, which I've never been to Sea Otter, but I feel like it's in early October, and I may have to book that. That's the
Yeah,
weekend of
October
October
7th and 8th, I believe.
Okay.
And it's right after Ashland. Ashland's on the 3rd or 4th, I think. So I think I'm going to try to make that too.
Oh, God.
I'll have to see. I may have a bike shop job by then. So
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll have to wait to see.
Is that in addition to golf coaching, or is this a career thing?
Well, I think the golf coaching is just going to be more private for now.
Okay.
Meadowood's not going to be open for business. They're still rebuilding.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's been really hectic.
It's not going as planned.
Yeah. Well, oh, Billy. This is stressful. I feel like I'm about to burn myself here. Oh boy, we are riding
Okay.
a fine line here between
Dripping all over the laptop there.
and distress.
No, that laptop's really expensive. All right, I'm cleaning up.
Boy, howdy.
I'm sorry, guys.
What are you throwing stuff at me for?
All right, what's
All right.
everyone saying here?
What naps? All right.
We got a close up. Here. We're good.
Oh, hold on. Let me pan to that camera.
Yeah, it doesn't
Gong.
really matter. It's just a.
Who's
I've
Brian Gong?
already crushed
The
it.
gonger.
Who is that?
Who is that guy?
Who's that? Hey, is he in the chat again? I think he left earlier and then must come back. I was gonna ask, when are you riding in Junction, old gonger?
Yeah, he should be going out soon. Based on drive time, I'm assuming he's already out there, right?
I don't know. Wow.
So it's interesting because we talk about mountain bike events, and we know one that happened. Obviously, MTB NorCal organized Dirt Days, which turned out to be phenomenally successful. And I love the small, like we had talked about the scope of the event. And if anybody in your chat went to Dirt Days was the first of its kind, first time doing it. Jay's got the shirt on, right there. And Dirt Days was an incredible success because, like, one, it felt like getting friends together. You know, like it didn't feel like some big impersonal thing. It felt like tight quarters, and it felt like it was fun because you could talk to anybody at any moment, and we were just running into people left and right. And to me, that was really interesting. So they basically had two options, right, when planning the next one, and we talked about it. Like, do you get a bigger venue because they could obviously support a bigger venue, or do you go all in on this kind of like loving family style feel where it's a little bit smaller scale, but like it's super rad, you know, and nobody like spaced out too much.
Yeah.
Like in Nevada City, you ride Hoot, you come right back up. It's not like you're
Yeah.
gone for 2 hours. You're not going on this major ride.
That's a hard question because I mean Nevada City is so perfect for the venue. It's got one level that everyone kind of finishes at and collects at, and then you go and do your trails, and you come back within 30, 40 minutes. So you're not having to climb super far just to get to the trail. A lot of other trails you have to climb for 40 minutes to an hour just to get to where you want to go to the downhill.
Yep.
So that place is pretty hard to beat.
I know, it's just, I think that's what I really like about it. Is like, yeah, quick runs. It's easier to keep groups together because like you can maybe lose to each other on the climb, but you could just meet up back at the top.
Yeah.
And so I kind of appreciate that. Like when you do big group rides, like Brian, Gong here is organizing group rides, and you're going out to Rockville. That was pretty easy for us all to stay together because you can do a technical section, regroup, do another technical section, regroup. It's hard when you do rides that involve a lot of climbing and stuff because once you can really sort people out on the climbs.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a group ride where it's like easy enough, like Sean and Don from MTB NorCal we're organizing the Mandatory Mondays, which I'm going to call from now on, I'm going to call it, oh, look at the dinosaur coming in the frame. Right.
Dude, I gotta say, I was just noticing, it looks like you painted the toenails here, bud.
Yeah, the kids do all kinds of
Oh,
weird
I'm sure
stuff.
the kids did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blame it on the kids.
Yeah.
Painting the toenails of a dinosaur.
When we talk about, I'm not calling it Mandatory Mondays anymore. I'm calling it occasionally, maybe if we want to do it Mondays, because they haven't done one in like a month.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't tell them I said that, all right? But I'm sure.
Mandatory but encouraged, but not strictly enforced Mondays.
Yeah, we're kind of going to do something on Mondays, maybe Mondays. Yeah, it's
Maybe
like,
Mondays.
yeah, so I give them a hard
Maybe
time.
Mondays.
But to be fair, the heat's been absolutely nutso around Northern California lately. And what cracks me up is that these people in Canada and British Columbia complaining about their heat wave. Look,
Oh my
dude,
God.
it's been 112 here for damn near straight a week, and then it finally
Yeah.
cooled. Like, we're used
Yeah,
to
that's
this.
why we're having a fireside chat. Fireside
It
chat.
feels pretty good out today, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd say you guys are missing it because Napa, we've had like Marin weather. I swear, like we get a marine layer that doesn't go away till about 12 or
Yeah.
1 o'clock, and it's perfect, man. Like I cannot complain about 65, 68 degree weather all morning. Like I'll take that every day.
Yeah, we got like, we were hitting like 90 by 11 a.m. or no. I think it was 90 by 8 a.m. the other day. Killer.
By the way, MTB Rad Dad just came through in the clutch. Thanks for messaging me in the chat. You guys want to see the picture the screenshot he just got? He was able to take this. Hopefully this camera picks it up here. So there you go. We'll have that to look forward to. Can you see it? We'll see. Yeah.
I don't know. We got like a 30-second delay.
Well played. Well played, sir. Well played.
Brian would like to join the Fireside Chat.
Brian, if I would have known, are you still in town? I thought you took off. Otherwise, I want you to come here. Yeah, we'll do s'mores. Okay, so here's what I've discovered with the Fireside Chat, and this is what I love about live chats, by the way, in these
oh my
live
God,
streams.
that was so far out of frame, by the way. Your phone thing.
What happened?
It was not in frame. It was
Oh,
like
yeah. Well, it's classic
all over
Calirado
the
kid.
place.
Here's what I like about
Bike's in the shot.
here's what I've discovered with the Fireside Chat. One is we can have up to 4 people now. I've got, I can get access to the mics, and I might just buy more mics. I borrowed a couple, but we got an extra seat here. Dude, this is rad. Like, and with the right weather, imagine winter when it actually gets dark at 6:30, and we come out here and we just talk mountain biking for a couple hours. Like,
or whatever, yeah.
it's super rad. I think it's like, the interesting part is it's a little bit more localized, meaning like it would be cool to have people like Rad Dad and stuff on, but like they're further away, so it's kind of hard to do that. So maybe, I think I've figured out the tech to do it virtually, but there's no way for us to monitor that. So like, I think it's fun just having us local here, but there's, you know, we gotta just ride with cool people and bring them in here and just talk, you know, talk about experiences, talk about mountain biking.
Yeah, at least like once a month. I mean, like, if you're gonna make the trek.
Yeah.
If you're not from the area.
Yeah, maybe people will be willing to drive up here. We'll show them some trails over the weekend. We'll do a broadcast on Friday. We'll go ride over the course of the weekend. I mean, who knows? But I think maybe it's someday when I've reached the pinnacle of 2,500 subscribers, because that's probably as far as I'll ever go. Then they'll be willing to drive up here for this experience.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, Jay, you had a pretty sizable drive to get up here.
Yeah, I don't know who kept crashing on the highway, but it went from 1 hour and 20 minutes to 1 hour and 40 to 2 hours, and I'm just happy I'm here now. So.
Brian, gone?
Yeah.
You're not gone yet? I swear you posted. It shows you how much I pay attention, how much I read things. But yeah, I thought you were gone, man. We will get you out here. Yeah, Brian, I want you on one of these for sure. Good to see you guys. Guys waiting for Tops order Domino's. Yuck.
I guess so, yeah.
We do have a bunch of pizzas back here, so if you were here, somebody could be eating pizzas. There you go. Yep, Eric
Sorry,
West.
Brian. You need to come out here, man.
I know. So he says Eric West says Canada was wicked hot for the past 2 or 3 weeks in like
Wicked
100
hot.
teens. Whatever, man. We're used to that here. We get that all the time.
I love how you just blow it off. Like, who cares? The world's melting. We're fine over
I know.
here.
Everything's fine. Everything's under
It's
control.
under control.
I got to figure out a way to control this GoPro. I got to get a better camera. Am I going to spend like $3,000 on another camera just to like not
my
have that
gosh.
shot?
I totally forgot. I filmed some dirt bike riding. I wonder if I'll make a video. I have like 3 things I've actually filmed that I can make videos of. Someday.
You
How
can do
is-
it.
Someday.
Sunday? On Sunday.
Someday.
On Sunday it's going to happen.
Someday.
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 Oh my God. The video editing process is certainly an interesting one.
yeah,
I mean,
internet
it
would be a
involves, it's
stellar
like, there's just, you know,
additive.
it's a creative outlet. Like you can take,
You want to know my trick?
yeah.
My trick is don't let it become homework. If you record something, it's awesome, you have a good time, get on it. Like that night, just go through the footage, look at it, cut what you don't need. The sooner you do it, the better, because if you leave it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you come back to it and man, it's work, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
you
remember-
gotta remember
you
what
gotta-
mindset you were in when you
Yep.
filmed it all.
Yeah.
And also it's harder to like envision. It's just harder to, like, I've had that to where I put it off and then at the end of the day I'm like, I don't really like any of this stuff because I don't remember where I was going with it.
Yeah.
And I end up just deleting it all.
There's a fine balance too between like recording and then going home and doing all your work after you've ridden, because you need breaks and time away from the day that you just experienced too. So.
We talk about this, like, I'm going to throw this up here again. I teased you guys with the Downeyville shot earlier. If anybody just jumped in and didn't see it earlier, I'm going to throw it in here again, and I'm going to tell you how much footage I left on the editing room floor for this video. Like, I'm taking these incredible shots, and I'm just going to throw them away. So I've almost considered, like, just having an incredible shots of Downeyville video with just nothing but the shots and, like, sounds, like, that's it. But I don't know. Like, if you guys saw this earlier, this is the tease for the Downeyville video I've been working on, and it's taking a while because I got my hands on some new tech, but this is it. You can see some of these shots. Like, watch the drone shots off the cliffside. Who the hell is taking the time to do this? This guy right here. Check it out.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Calirado Kid channel. Today, we are out in Downeyville.
So, like, first of all, I'm glad that the thing didn't
holy
freeze up
shit.
again like last time after I played that clip. But, like, there's those shots off the cliffside with the waterfall, and I actually sent the drone out to track that waterfall, but they're not relevant to the video. So it's like, I've got these amazing shots that I just won't use because they're not relevant to the story or anything like that. So it's like, you can shoot all this stuff, and you can end up clipping out so much. I mean, there's like, you know, you just really have to focus on, is it important to what you're trying to tell? And unfortunately, a lot of this stuff isn't. So again, I've almost considered the idea of doing like this is some of this just random stuff of Downeyville, like, because these drone shots that I got of the city and everything else, they're pretty damn cool, man.
I mean, I'd use it more for intro and outro.
But I've already got the
Your
shots
intro
that I
and
want
outro?
for intro and outro. So it's
Yeah.
like, dude, all these other incredible shots, they just don't do anything other than look amazing. So
Yeah.
I think maybe I'll either put them as IG clips or I'll do something. But I've got this really incredible footage from the burns, the fires that happened over at the Salmon Falls area. And this drone footage I've done nothing with, but it's stunning footage. And I don't know how to put it into context. Like, I think maybe it'd be like dude, how quick Cal Fire got to it and saved it and like really preserved the trails. Like, that was pretty rad. But we'll see. I mean, this is stuff you guys have never seen. It's just completely wasted. Your shoes are in the shot now, Kyle.
Oh.
You relax. It's fine.
Yeah, about that.
It's fine. No, you're fine. Kyle,
Well,
don't
just-
change.
I'm getting old, man. My knees, you know, they can only stay bent so long. You'll understand when you're my age.
Yeah. There you go.
Ripe 29.
I'm gonna throw another log on the fire. Is there any specific topics you guys want to cover tonight?
Let's ask the chat. Let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Have you guys been to Canada?
Dude,
No.
if they open the border, I'm booking a trip to Whistler.
I've never been to Canada, and that needs to happen.
If Joe books a trip to Whistler, I will. I'll stow away.
Man, I'm telling you right now, like, I was planning a trip last year to go to
So was
Whistler.
Shane.
Like, I think this is the pilgrimage, right? And then COVID hit. So it's like, instead I drove to Colorado. But man, that's the pilgrimage. So it may not happen this year because we've got Sedona Mountain Bike Fest coming up in November. If we're talking about hitting Sea Otter in October, right? And then what else is coming up? In September, the Mare Island race that's going on in September 26th. So there's all these like major things happening. I mean, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So next year, I want to hit Moab and I want to hit Canada.
Canada.
It's gonna happen, yeah.
Canada.
I need to go back to Junction and Moab for sure. As soon
Dude,
as I can.
I've been telling Jay.
First on my list.
I've been telling Jay he needs a Colorado pilgrimage because Colorado is some of the most incredible
Oh, yeah.
riding. And maybe I can convince the wife to get, I just got to be like, look, I really need to take Jay out there. He needs to come with me, you know. I'll be like, you know, it'll save money for both of us. We're going to split the room, something like, but dude, there's so much good stuff out there. When we rode Crested Butte,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I've been hearing way too much good talk, good stories about it. It needs to happen.
And it's only like 13 hours away. It's not far.
Yeah.
Once you're there, man. We could hit. Remember, I went out there and
It took
I hit.
me almost 13 hours to get here tonight. So
Yeah,
I'm down.
no kidding. No kidding. So we're talking about like, you can ride, I rode what, like 8 different cities in 9 different days or something. Like it was, you can compress it because it's like a 2-hour drive and that's nothing. You sleep, wake up, ride, drive to the next place, get some
Yeah.
food, see the local town, and then you go and ride. Like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot of untapped potential in Colorado still. Not as much as California, but like Crested Butte, Dr. Park still is on my list. Never got to make that happen. Didn't do anything in Durango at all. Didn't really do anything in the Front Range at all. Never went to Trestle. Tried to go to Trestle. We were like halfway there and called.
Yeah.
Just on a whim. We were like, maybe we should call and make sure.
Yeah.
And they were like booked out or whatever. Like we couldn't get lift tickets. So we went to Snowmass. Yeah, there's a few things I still need to do out there. But at the end of the day, honestly, if I have a week to go out there, 100% I would hit everything in Fruita and Junction. But I also have the nostalgia effect of having lived there for a little while. So
Man, the trick is to find a way to wrap it into a family trip also. And if I could do all that,
Yeah.
like go on adventures with the kids, go on rides the next day and really just make it one big like 2 week. Man, I'm telling you, man, if I had all the cards played right, I would move back to Colorado. But all our families here, there's no way it's ever gonna happen.
Hard same.
But like, and that's fine because this is a great area too. It's amazing. Like, so there's no like regrets to that. But man, just like
having a little timeshare.
I fully understand that whole situation.
Yeah,
it's
because
exactly my
like,
situation.
What it is like they also are, everyone out there seemed to be very outdoorsy to me. Like here, it's a little bit different, like because there's so much variety. But it seemed like everybody in Colorado kind of got it. Like you feel like you're at home when I show up with a mountain bike and a kayak in the back of the truck. Like everybody's like, this guy belongs here.
I think like everybody, everybody in Colorado. I mean, the thing is, like even the metro areas, they're so mountain adjacent that they all kind of understand it, whereas like here I feel like Sacramentans have no concept of wilderness at all. Like these folks just don't get it. Like they're getting killed all the time in the rivers and everything, and it's just like there's just so many things that it's like, oh my god, like would it kill you to do some research? Because it will kill you to not do research, literally. So like like I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. It's totally true. Yeah. I mean, it's, so like, I could totally see myself getting back there, but you and me, sir, we're road tripping to Colorado for sure, at the very least. And then, like, think about it, though. Think about it. You go there, Moab's on the way back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know,
like,
I might not even come back.
Oh, I'm telling you. The only reason I didn't hit Moab when I did the Grand Junction ride with Crashing Dad and RC was because I was like, I got to get home. I've been gone for 9 days or whatever, and the wife was watching the kids. At the time, COVID was happening, so they were homeschooling. She was going crazy. So it was like, I got to get home. I got to help, like that's totally screwed up. But, imagine like on the way back, Steve, spokesman who left a little bit earlier, he was like, got a place in Moab. I'm going to stay there for a couple days and ride. He's like, you're welcome to crash with me. I was so close. So close. Oh, it's got to happen. I'm going to say it right now. You guys in chat can hold me accountable. Moab and Canada next year, for sure.
Did you say you have not ridden Moab at all?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Have
Moab's
you, Jay?
a whole other thing.
Have
Moab's
not.
just a thing in itself. Like
I'm so new to mountain biking still. People don't realize that. Like
you need a
I'm
big
a golfer.
road trip.
I just started mountain biking because I needed a release from golf. Golf was intense.
Did you sell the Yeti?
I didn't. I need to sell that thing.
Jay,
it's a good bike, and I just don't.
Jay has a Yeti for
market,
sale. Tell them all about. Wait, hold
you're
on.
not trying.
Hold on. Jay, watch this. Jay has a Yeti for sale. Tell them all about it, Jay.
You just did.
No, what's it all about?
It's an awesome.
Yeti
It's
for
just
sale.
like your bike. It's a beautiful blue Yeti. It doesn't make the Yeti call.
Yeah.
But it probably could.
What's the Yeti call? Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, good point.
No, it's large. It's a SB100. It's got 120 in the front, 100 in the rear. It's got carbon Knox rims, Industry 9 hubs. It's as good as you can get for the bike it is. And
so here's my proposition to him. What he needs to do is sell the damn bike and go on the most epic road trip you can ever imagine. Blow all the money on the road trip. That's my thoughts on how Jay should spend the money, but he probably doesn't like that idea.
Well, I thought I wanted 2 bikes. I thought I could handle 2 bikes. And it came down to me realizing that I ride enduro and I race enduro, and I barely ever use the 100. And as cool as it is, it's just it's a bike for somebody else.
You know what you can do, which has been proven by the legendary Outdoor Gold RC, is just have 2 long travel 27.5s that nobody understands, but somehow both bikes get plenty of use and abuse. Speaking of which,
well, if you have 2, then you can trade off the wear and tear, and you don't have to destroy one so quickly. But I get that.
It was like one will be in the shop and the other one's getting ridden. It was kind of his logic. I'm like, man, it'd be wonderful to have that kind of money to.
I frequently have the saying that I'm a legend in my own mind. RC is a legend in everyone's mind.
RC is a natural legend.
He's been hanging out with the Crashing Dad a lot, I hear.
Yeah, he has.
Oh yeah.
But he's been picking up fly fishing and other stuff, so he's got some different interesting videos in the works. But he's like we talk about natural charisma. It's like you go hang out with those guys and it's like just, fun. That's why I think all of us get along so well. It's like the natural charisma, natural fun of like, hey, let's just have fun. Like none of us are taking this, we're taking it seriously, but like none of us are like to the point where we'd be like argumentative about our experiences. We're
No.
like, man, let's ride, let's get stoked, let's have fun, and it's like we're on that spectrum of just like let's just dig it, man. Let's
we
just have
are
a good
on
time.
the spectrum.
Yeah,
for
adventure's
sure.
the key to the call there. I mean,
Yep.
I think he's kind of like a like a Johnny Depp. I could totally see him just Mr. Adventure, like nothing gets in his way, and whatever's trying to come at him from the past doesn't matter. He's
Yep.
gonna keep pressing forward.
As a side note, I was very close to introducing Jay as single track sampler tonight because the beard's getting longer, the hair is getting longer. They call single track sampler the mountain biking Jesus, right? And he released a new video today, so it was very topical, but I didn't, and you should be thankful for that.
Did he cut his hair?
No,
Okay, good.
his hair's still long, his beard's still long. He is the mountain biking Jesus. What can you say? What more can you say?
Amen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Amen
what
to
can
that.
you say? Amen. Yeah, praise the Lord.
Yes, we are on the spectrum, everybody. Thank you for that. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, do so. We've been at it for almost 2 hours now, which means we're going to wrap up fairly soon, but not too soon, all right?
Hopefully
We're
quite
getting
soon,
there.
'cause, yeah,
So
I
if there's any specific
I gotta work
topics,
tomorrow.
yeah, I don't want to hold you guys too late, but if there's any specific topics you guys want to discuss, this is your opportunity. Put it in the chat. We'll talk about it. I'm glad we have you guys in here. MTB Radtad's been here all night. Christy, good to see you. How much? Oh, she wants to know how much you're selling the Yeti for, by the way. Do you have a price on it?
Yeah, it's at 5,500.
Okay, so we have a special live stream price tonight, 20% off. So it's like 30 to
What?
like 40.
T505?
It's yeah, 20% off. So just put promo code Calirado in the chat, and then you got it. Don't worry.
Oh, my phone died.
God. People will regret. This is like one of the things I talked about is the idea of road tripping, right? If you need more whiskey, it's right here, by the way. One of the things I was saying, like anybody that like agrees to road trip with me, they're gonna regret it immediately because what's gonna happen is, as you guys have seen, if you guys keep track of my Instagram, like my psyche goes nuts when I'm on the road. Like when I'm just driving for 8 hours, I imagine this like times 10, and then I start thinking of ideas, and then I start putting pen to paper. So sometimes those ideas happen on Instagram, sometimes they flesh out later. But it's like the creative thoughts start flowing when my mind numbs out to the road, you know? And so I would just wear you out, like real fast.
I'm a little worried about the whole pen to paper
Yeah.
situation. Seems pretty irresponsible to be writing physical notes with a pen.
No, I let
on
my kids
paper.
drive while I do that.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, they're 5 and 8.
That's
they
fine.
got it.
Yeah, they got it. They're combined 13.
No butt
which
pads
is
on
close enough.
rides. No.
Butt
Sorry.
pads on rides. Are you talking about, what do they call, what, it's not,
They're
there's
chamois.
Chamois.
okay, so chamois are the taint savers.
Yeah.
And then what's the other ones?
SWAT bibs or something?
No, the bibs. The bibs go all the way to the top.
Bibs.
Yeah.
Oh,
The bibs go all the way to the top, and the chamois protect the taint, right? Here's what I've discovered. No need for one whatsoever, except for when I rode Colorado and I rode a different bike. I rode the Gorilla Gravity. It's not the bike itself.
Yeah.
It's the whatever saddle they had.
If you're not riding the saddle that you're used to, you might as well have a butt pad on.
Yeah, I think it's it. I think it's
I
if you're not
just-
used to whatever it is, then you might need one. But in
Yeah.
general, my normal day-to-day riding, we did
Now, my
3
problem with the chamois or the butt pads is that, well, I'm gonna get personal here, but I sweat a lot, and when you have that much sweat in a diaper, come on, man,
Yeah.
that's not
So-
gonna go well. Like, you're gonna get chafing and all kinds of stuff after a few hours. It's not fun.
I made a
Yeah.
good Instagram post about the chamois butter, and I was like, I keep drinking this stuff, and it's not working at all. And the company actually
Putting this
responded
on my
back to
toast.
me.
Not very good.
Apparently, you're supposed to rub it on your taint.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
speaking of taints, and this is totally getting off topic, Bobo's latest video, he got sponsored by Manscaped, and the guy's
Saw
crushing
that.
it with his latest videos. He's found the formula, ladies and gentlemen. He's found the formula, and he got sponsored by Manscaping.
What is
which
that, like
It's like,
special dedunted?
It's for your balls.
yeah, it's
There's a
basically
lot.
like a shaving
Yeah.
device that's safe for the nether regions of,
Nether
of
regions.
elite mountain
Really?
bikers
the
only.
Netherlands.
I don't know. I find if you shave too much, like, I don't know, your
Prickly.
stuff. Yeah, we're not going there.
Yeah, let's
Back
bring
to
it
chamois.
Yeah,
I was
let's
gonna
bring
say
it back. Yeah, let's bring it all the way back.
The particular reason that I actually prefer almost 100% of the time to wear a chamois is for one reason. That is that I have tried athletic underwear and it's been okay, but like my balls, okay, I just they're gonna rotate to one side of the seat and just pinch between the leg, and it happens every time.
That's why you
and
need
I'll
to
be
bring
riding
the
and
levers
suddenly,
up, bro. You have the room for the third ball. You just bring the lever up.
Bring the lever up.
Yeah, have you not seen?
Oh, like that lever. I've tried that too. I've tried all kinds of positions, man.
It's you on Borelli.
I'm-
Come on, get with it. Bring
I'm-
the levers up.
I'm
I don't
telling
want one
you, man.
position. I want all positions.
I've tried different things, and I put them all in the belt line. I try to, and then it all gets back down there. And then at some point, I'll be pedaling, and it's like someone just kicked me in the balls, and then I'm very upset about it. You know, I'm trying to have kids at some point.
Fair enough. I've already got 2, so I'm
Hurts.
good to go. I
Yeah,
can
you
take all
can
the
take
ball
the
shots
ball
I
hit.
need. Yeah, I
I
don't need
imagine
any
they
more.
still hurt.
I don't want to be outnumbered, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you right now,
Oh, man.
it's a lot to deal with. All right, yeah. Thanks for sticking around and chat, everybody. You look at our viewers increase. We should talk about our testicles more often.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, sorry guys. We've
My
been at it for
dog
about-
hit me in the testicles the other day, and I did one of those where it went straight to the stomach, and I was like, oh. And my father-in-law came outside, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is weird. Dog hit me in the balls. It's not any less weird now. Whatever.
Here's a small side story because we're on this
So
topic now
bad.
and we're committed. We're fully committed. So, yeah, my daughter and my son both train in Kung Fu, and I've trained in Kung Fu for a very long time. You guys see random Instagram posts every now and then.
Yeah.
I used to teach for many years. We traveled
Yeah.
to China to compete. So there's a history there that exists. I don't really talk about it a lot. But anyways, the point is I've got them in training also. So like
Yeah.
every now and then it's just full on combat in the house. And so my daughter comes up and we're in the kitchen, you know. And I'm like, she's throwing punches, and I block a couple. But you got to imagine, she's 5 years old. She's at perfect height at this point.
Oh,
and so, you know, like she's at perfect
She's
striking
got
distance.
a built-in punching bag.
Yeah,
if you will.
exactly. So, like, she's at perfect striking distance. So I'm blocking, and then I'm like, all right, I think we're done. So I turn over to, like, finish cooking or whatever, and all of a sudden, bing! Like, oh!
The bell
And,
has
like,
been rung.
it's the soft strikes that get you, man. Sometimes it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
the full contact.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm like,
Time
and
slows
then the
down.
pain starts to come in, right? And I'm getting fully
Yeah,
descriptive here,
it's a
but
slow burn.
there's a slow burn. The pain starts to come in at this point, right?
It's
and
that
like,
rotational impact.
and then
you,
they-
you need the MIPS.
yeah.
You need the
the
MIPS.
Oh man.
And so now at this point, the pain's rolling in, and the anger is just flushing over the face, you know. And like I feel bad that like I got mad. I was like, "Oh, you hit me like right in the privates, right?" Like I'm like, "Privates, oh, that hurt." I'm like, just apologize, just say you're sorry." She's like, straight face, like killer eyes right in the eyes, like look at me right in the face. And she's like, she won't apologize. Now I'm really getting mad. I'm like, just say you're sorry, it's fine. And then so I'm like, you should apologize. And she's like, I'm like, I should have blocked it, shouldn't I? She's like this. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Yeah, so it's my fault. I was like, I should have blocked
apologize
it.
for your mistake. You left your most valuable entity exposed, and you paid the consequences.
Look, the lesson learned is that like I should have been man enough to block the damn strike, and I blew it, and
Yeah.
I should accept my
I kind of
failure.
had the same reaction to my dog actually. Like, as soon as I took one in the nuts from her, I was like, oh, like I wanted to be mad at the dog. I was like, yeah, I mean, you were just being hyper and energetic, being a dog. It's not your fault. You didn't intentionally straight left jab, old lefty,
Yeah.
righty. I can't remember. It's kind of a
Left, right,
dual
up,
impact.
down,
I
left,
feel like.
right, select AB, select
AB,
start.
yeah.
Yeah, we got the contra code or
Do
whatever
not
the hell.
collect. Pasco.
Anyway,
Exactly. Look, we're not going to
Nut
hold you
shots,
guys all
man.
night here. We're about 9:30 in the evening. Like I said, if there's something specific you guys want to talk about in chat, now is the opportunity. We've kind of got divergent already, talking about manscaping and whatever else.
Balls.
We talked about chamois. Really, that's a mountain biking topic, so we did stay on
Yeah.
topic. But this has been a successful fireside chat. Kyle, would you say it's successful?
I would say that the fire is not so necessary. It doesn't have to be a literal fireside chat. I actually suggested some orange fabric to just make a fake fire, because it's just, we don't need, the only people who actually like have any reference to the fire are those of us that are physically burning from the fire.
That's how they
And
feel like
it
they're
just-
at the fire. They have to.
I don't think that
feel our
anyone really
burn.
cares whether or not there's a real fire going. And frankly, my shins and the hair on them would appreciate faux fire.
Someone asked about ladies' saddles. We didn't cover that topic.
What
Lady
does that
saddles.
mean?
Just the topic of ladies' saddles.
I don't know a lot about it. I don't want to even talk about it because I don't know anything about it. I sound like a fool, do you?
What? Just
Well, Specialized has a lady saddle that's got like a mimic special soft part underneath the middle of the saddle.
Man, that's a whole
And,
can of worms I don't want to open.
For people that have ball problems, Kyle,
Yeah.
it might
Oh,
actually help
you think
out.
I should get a women's saddle? Is what you're saying?
Look, this
Is it
is
gonna
your
help my
guys'
I'm
balls?
just saying that
Look
it
at chat.
does help.
This is
I'm trying
your
to protect
fault.
my balls.
This is happening because of you, and I want you to remember that.
I'm just
all
gonna
right? This is
tape
your
my
fault. I'm
balls
gonna cut
up.
this out of the podcast. Don't worry.
I'm gonna manscape and then tape my balls.
Trail Dogs MTB says this conversation is nuts. Well played, sir. Well
Not
played.
wrong.
Yes.
a
All
real
right, let's
jewel.
see. Auburn yet. Want to know what to ride. Okay, Cody, it's pretty basic. If you go to Auburn, you're going to ride. Let's name them off, shall we?
Yep, dog pen.
No, not
What?
Auburn.
What? Auburn.
Yeah.
Culvert.
Culvert to Confluence is a standard. If you're not,
Standard.
but here's the problem with Confluence. If you're riding on a weekend, it's going to be full of people.
God,
So-
yeah, the climbing is just screwed. No matter how you slice it, there's just no good way to climb any of that. You're either on a dangerous road where people are driving like idiots, or you're on a section of trail where there's like all those Sacramentan hikers that don't know anything about anything and they just stand in the middle of the trail.
We're
and
going to assume that this
Have a
person is physically fit because he's a mountain biker. And so here's what we're going to say.
That climb sucks. Oh God, all that
Sorry,
Clementine
guys.
climb, the road.
No,
it's
here,
just
no, here's
dangerous
what,
and
no, it's fine.
painful.
It's amazing. Auburn's amazing. So
Shuttle it.
if you're going to go to Auburn, go ride
Just shuttle
Culvert,
it.
Confluence, ride Stonewall to Rocky, and there you go. Those are the four mains. If you
Yeah.
can handle that, someday you can come back and you can ride East Side. You could do some of the other stuff, but those are the cores. If you can
East
ride those
side's
four
a-
trails.
A fire road switchback trail, basically.
East Side, if you've seen
It has
Trailhead
like
Troop-
rock section
you-
that's like 40 feet long.
Don't
if
you have
you-
to climb? Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah,
I'm
if
just
you,
gonna.
if you wait, hold on. If you saw Trailhead Troopers, you saw East Side, and East Side was featured heavily in that probably multi-million-dollar production. Probably, yeah. So yeah, ride that. Look, if you're gonna ride Stonewall to Rocky, you're gonna climb out. The climb sucks, but then you're gonna ride Confluence. Those are the four you should hit.
I was just gonna say that
enough.
that's the thing is that climb sucks because if you hit the Stonewall, don't you end up at the bottom of the OHV? Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. God, it sucks.
I know that climb's awful.
God, all that.
But
climbing
if you're
sucks.
only gonna go there once, it's fine. Like like us as regulars, yeah, shuttle it. But don't worry about it. You'll be fine. If you're gonna ride it, come hit me up. If I can ride, I'll ride with you. Don't worry. Toff says Forest Hill Divide Loop. I love that ride. Like to me, it's not like
pretty
you're-
solid.
Yeah, it's
I
a
like it.
beautiful like little 12-mile loop, and like to me, I really enjoy it. I don't always need to do super hardcore
not
downhill. like-
challenging. Yeah.
yeah, to me, like doing those really cool rides, and Jay, you know, as hardcore as Jay is, and I'm putting the camera on you right now for your honest reaction. As hardcore as Jay is, he appreciates like really fun rides like that too, which I appreciate about Jay.
Yeah, I like flow trails.
Dude, he loves everything. So like, sometimes you get the guys that are like all downhill, like this is all I want to ride, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. But like Jay's also a very, competent rider that also enjoys like what some people would consider boring, which is XC style, like just exploration rides. But you dig that
Yeah.
too.
And I'll ride my 170 bike on the XC trails.
Yeah,
and
who
I'll be
cares?
just as fast and
Who
have just as
cares? It's a
much fun.
bike. It works.
Yeah.
That's what's fun. Like when Jay and I ride, I can count on Jay just being like, "Yep, let's go." Like it's not like it's fine. That's what I
Yeah.
that's what I like because
Some
I like
people
getting into
have
random
to
stuff.
just do gnarly stuff to feel cool about themselves. Like if we're not doing the gnarliest, hardest thing, then we're not having fun today.
Yeah. And it's not that, like I said, that's nothing wrong with that too. Like I've talked about it before. I like the idea that people can enjoy this sport in so many different ways, and I'm not going to knock any.
Yeah,
of
everyone
it.
has their own poison to pick. So,
Yeah. And it's like, dude, some guys just want to do jumps. Some guys just want to do downhill parks or whatever, and some guys like, you know, some people like it all. Some people like XC only. Like, it doesn't matter. They're
Yeah.
all on a bike and they're all having a good time. It's like sweet.
yeah, exactly.
But it's fun,
That's
like
fun.
when you have friends like this that you can get together with and like say, hey, we're gonna go on this ride. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. That sounds like fun. Like it makes it way easier. Like I don't have to like, oh, I'm gonna play in this ride, but I need to figure like, Jay won't
Is
really
it gonna
like
be
it.
cool enough? Like,
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, is it hard enough? Like
how many
yeah.
6-foot drops are there?
Yeah, it's fun having like cool like, and most people get it, but it's like, yeah, it's fun. You just being like, if we could do a ride, you're like, I'm down. You know, we're gonna have fun because we're riding together. You know, like that. That's super rad to me.
Yeah.
That's one of the experiences I like the most about mountain biking. Is like, doesn't matter what the trail is. If we're all rolling together, like we're gonna have fun. Like there's
Yeah.
no question.
It's more fun when everyone's having like the ability to share stoke, and one
Yeah.
person's not scared out of their mind.
Yep.
I
And
think
the other
it's-
person's just not bored to death. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it, it says something too if you're good enough as a rider that you can make a more simple blue-green trail as a fun trail by like, you know, seeing things that aren't supposed to be features and kind of turning them into features.
Yeah, it's not the race line that's important. It's like
yeah,
everything
or maybe
around
like
it.
find a rock or like a dirt mound or something and turn it into a jump to do some, like I've started to find that to be more fun than anything, because I used to be like try to hit bigger drops, try to always just kind of one up the last, try to get better every time in terms of what I'm willing to hit. I've got to where I just try to make every trail just a little bit more fun in finding, where like there's like a couple just deviations in the trail and turn it into a gap, turn it into something like that. Has become way more fun to me. Is like you're just kind of creating features out of just natural deviations in the trail that are already there, and it just makes every trail more fun.
I agree. Somebody was telling me, actually, I think Robert was telling me recently, I was talking about how I didn't like Confluence that much because it's like, one, you run into hikers all the time, but two, it's kind of just like a straight shot.
It's so
like there's a
pedally.
beautiful view, and like there's nothing wrong with the trail. It's still fun, but it's not like, it's not challenging.
Fun.
But
I just feel like if you're going for time, especially, it's just pedally as all hell.
But that's what he said. He was like, oh, the challenge, our friends and I got together and was like, who can pedal the fastest or something, who can get down, or no, he said the no pedal challenge down that trail. He's like,
that would be fun.
And so he was
I'm into that.
Yeah,
it was a
chainless
way.
races should be coming back. I think making
super into
the
that.
most of what you got and not just relying on fitness itself. Yeah.
And a fun way to like create a fun challenge to something that you're routinely used to. Is like, oh, maybe that's a fun way to spruce up your local trails.
We did that
Totally.
at 18 Road with PBR. And PBR, I actually got a PR on PBR chainless at one point because I got to where, and the thing is, like running chainless, it's kind of like what I just said when you're like, you just find slight deviations in the trail. If you're going like chainless, which don't have to literally be chainless, but if you're just not pedaling, you find every possible divot in the trail to try to pump it. And you're pumping everything. You're pumping the little side of the trail where it just kind of goes up a little bit. You just pump that.
Yeah, it's a whole new world, like
yeah.
different game.
And it's like, man, once you do that a couple times, you're like, without pedaling, you'll find that like, wow, you're pedaling in places where if you pumped, you'll get more speed.
Yep.
And that's something that you kind of only
it's
learn
hard to experience that if you're doing your mundane routine. So
breaks you out of the constant doing what you've been doing. It's kind of like a good way to break through a plateau.
so if you're getting bored, it's your own fault.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think about that same concept. My kids tell me they're bored. I'm like, how are you bored? Like, there is, like,
you're not being creative enough.
How could, like, there's always something to do. It's up to you to come up with the solution for the problem. And so, like, it's like, if you say you're bored, like, you just got to get creative, man.
Yeah.
Like, let your mind wander and think of something crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I was thinking with my daughter, I was like, oh, she said she was bored. I'm like, you like dolls, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, why don't you take this hatchet and go cut up some of those trees over there and make a doll? And I don't know if that like occurred to her. Like these are the things that I think about. But it's like, dude, there's the world is your oyster.
Yeah.
I guess that's not the same thing as like mountain bike trails, but it's kind of similar. It's like you can come up with some way to. Now, my ultimate solution to the problem is just travel. Like, there's a lot of places that are in decent traveling distance that we could get to. Tahoe is a good example of a place that we haven't explored a lot, and it's really close to us, relative. Like there is a lot, like Truckee. I've never ridden Truckee, and there's tons of stuff up there. So
yeah, they got a bike park. I need to check that out.
There's so much.
I'm so
So it's
about
like,
that.
dude, I think
Jump park.
I just time is of the essence. I feel like I'm fighting for every minute these days.
Essence.
The essence.
The essence.
Time.
The lime essence.
Time is of the ass end of time.
Wow, I was just going with the whole essence thing.
Does that make sense?
Your wife made a Zoolander reference earlier with
Did
that.
she really?
Yeah.
What did she say?
Evidently, I just couldn't. I don't think I can. It's like
That Hansel's so hot right now. Is that not that
no.
one then, huh?
I don't know. I didn't know it was a Zoolander reference. Somebody else said it. It's been a minute since I've seen it. Anyway,
Fair
I just thought
enough.
it was
We got a
interesting.
couple things in chat that we're going to cover. One, somebody says, fucking Ashley's in here. God damn it.
Oh, finally!
Three dudes talking about
I
women's
was trying to
saddles is
tell him
priceless.
about.
What's Shell Ridge?
Ashley, we're gonna bring you into one of these, my friend. We need a Trailhead Troopers reunion, and we'll bring Ashley
Yeah.
in.
We've
If
been
Ashley-
talking about doing
When are we
Trailhead
gonna do
Troopers,
Trailhead Troopers 2?
Oh my God, my schedule is so crazy.
God,
we're gonna do it. We need to
I
write
thought
it
I was
out.
the guy that dropped all the excuses. What's happening?
By the way, I am dropping my my race video tomorrow.
Okay.
So if you want to see not the futzing around, looking at lines, just full bore, Grand Electrica, there you go.
I like it. I like it. We're gonna see some race videos. Ashley, dude, we are gonna get you over here. You could have filled this void right here. You said something about your eye was really sensitive, so I didn't want to trouble you with your allergies.
Joe said
or
something
whatever you
about
had.
that he didn't want you to take his spotlight. He's gonna be overwhelmed by your presence. Something about that.
No, I didn't say anything about him
That's what you
showing me
said.
up or anything.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, no. You're not feeling outmanned. Okay.
He says that
That-
you
that
bikers
didn't
never have these conversations.
I know. It's always a pleasure. Ask Jay if he wants to do Shell Ridge again.
Yeah, I had to think about what that was, but I think that's over near Concord.
Okay.
I've been there once with Cody,
Okay.
and yeah, I think it's worth checking out again.
He seems pretty lukewarm on it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Lukewarm.
I mean,
Room temp.
that whole area is a little bit far for me for what it's worth, because there's just so many different trails and like parks around me within like 30 minutes. Napa's got like
Yeah, Cody
7
says
parks.
bring your GoPro this time.
Yeah, Napa has like 7 parks within 30 minutes. And for me to go like 45, 50 minutes away, I don't know. It has to like really be worth it. But Shell
Yeah.
Ridge is cool. I'll have to go back.
Okay. Look, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost at the 2-hour and 15-minute mark. We're going to call it a night for tonight. Hell of a fireside chat. I can't give enough thanks to these two gentlemen that are sitting across from me. Good-looking guys, elegant, intelligent, incredible riders, and then Kyle's here also. So with that,
Nice.
it's been a hell of a night.
Okay.
No, these guys are awesome, and you know what I appreciate about these guys is the fact that I can text them the day before and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this thing, and despite drive times, because both of them have pretty adequate drive times
It's like
to
a half
get
an
to
hour
this
for me.
spot.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours today.
Yeah, pretty sizable drive. They made it here, and they were a part of this live stream, which was a fireside chat that we've been waiting to do, but it's been 112 out, which is ridiculous. But right now, it feels good. We got some s'mores on our bellies, we got some stoke in our hearts, and we had one mighty live stream.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us. This is cool.
Yeah, so there's going to be more to come. I really do like the idea of doing this, and
Yeah,
you know,
I was gonna say the thing about these fireside chats is we try to space them apart enough that we can grow our leg hair back by the time we do it again, because we're looking at a bare leg at this point,
Yeah.
sitting next to the fire on a 90-degree day.
Yep. No, Jay could
My
sing an
beard's still
outro,
here.
but that's entirely up to him. You know, we're going to call it a night. I appreciate everybody being in here tonight. It's a Thursday night. I didn't know how many people we'd get versus a Friday. It doesn't really matter. What's more important is that we get the core people that actually really enjoy what we do. You know, all of us kind of ride together all the time. You guys are my videos all the time. So it's the people that actually enjoy the content that I'm making and we're making, and I like having the core audience. If you go look at the statistics on one of these live streams, a normal video will have 50% or less of subscribers watch the video, right? But when you come to a live stream, it's like 80%, which means these are the people that actually dig it. And I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out, throwing out super chats, liking the videos, and doing all the things you do. And with that, we're going to call it a night. Any closing words for you, gentlemen?
Are these limes?
No, those are oranges.
Are they? Oh, what a bummer. I was gonna say, oh my God, you have so many limes.
Very good closing
would've
words.
been-
How about you, Jay?
That would have been such a great revelation. I'd have stolen so many limes.
He took the words right out of my mouth there. I was thinking about these limes all night until he just mentioned it. Yeah.
I will be completely
Dude.
honest, by the way. I was gonna work on making some mocktails for Jay, because I wanted to like really impress him. But I got so busy setting up lights and cameras and everything that I didn't have a chance to do it. But I wanted to make you like a really cool mocktail, like a super sick, like pina colada style or something like really with an umbrella and stuff too, just like look sick. But like I ran out of time, man, so I'm
it's
bummed
all
I didn't
good.
do that.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was going to. I just too much. camera
BKXC
work.
was kind of like part of my inspiration for stopping drinking.
Yeah.
It's like, that dude doesn't drink alcohol and he has a blast with his life. So.
Totally unnecessary. Not
Yeah.
necessary at all. I totally support it. And like I said, if I would have had more time, but I was too busy setting up lights and cameras and trying to make sure everything worked. And I'm glad it did. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being here. We're going to call it a night. If you didn't see the full stream, I'll leave it up on the YouTube channel. You missed a live broadcast from the Shred Quarters with BKXC and Aaron from MTB Adventures. One for the record books. And wowie, wow. We got one final donation coming in, and I even beat the sound effect.
Baby.
Because I saw it come in, and I'm going to pot it up so you guys can hear it in reverb too, just for the hell of it. It's the end of the scream. Eric
Whoa,
West,
baby,
$4.99
baby.
donation. Thank you guys again. Much appreciated. More to come. And I'm really glad I got a live stream in tonight, honestly, because I've been wanting to do it, and my schedule's been so crazy. I've been out at the shred quarters for 4 weeks in a row, basically. So I did that live IG stream, but this is my home. This is our home. So thank you guys, and we'll do it again soon.